What happened last week? Or not last week.
This was the notes I took, so...
Nice.
So I'm doing sort of a method thing with Alexander.
Nice. Now we have Bach and we have a Beethoven.
Who's kind of scatterbrained. So,
Dan, you can keep this because there was no opportunity last week that you didn't get to use.
I spent it to have a locker in both places.
Oh!
The ghost locker.
Yeah, that's right.
So here's
no, you can keep that. Because it's such a good idea that wouldn't have been something you had to spend it on. So now I shall allow Mike.
I'm so getting high in my car before the next game. I'm going to come into your house so reeking like weed.
I almost forgot that at Brodor. But I remembered.
So last time Dan did the recap, and we're on a train to Tykeros. We're doing a job for Callum. There's a dude named Alfred. Wait, hold on. The most important thing that I remember from the last game is sewer juice and special guest 1-inch slit.
Oh, yeah.
With backup singing by Sandy Gash.
Can you imagine how fucking great that band would be? It's like a super group.
That's all the notes I have. And that's because I was so attentive and paying attention in the last game that I didn't write my notes. And that has been an issue for me in being able to recap the games for us. So I apologize that I've let you down.
So we had some downtime, and for the downtime, we were doing things like putting on a fight. Reggie was putting on a fight to try to raise money for his gym, and I was going around behind the orphans trying to get people to give more money.
Muscling money.
And then the B characters were stealing money from us.
Yeah.
Or failing to stop other people from stealing money.
Yeah. Nobody came out ahead.
Right. Then we went back to the really nice neighborhood where we were meeting with
Lard.
And Lard took us to Lard took us to the back room where we found Alex waiting with a scar across his face that every time he gets emotional starts getting pussy and busts open again.
The weeping gash. And Reggie and Jack cry, and Reggie falls to his knees, crawling to him. Can't believe he's alive.
Then we, Kellum was the one that had his hand replaced now with a robotic hand. He is no longer needed by the Red Sashes, so he's an official member of our gang.
Yeah, wink.
Totally.
And he's paying us to take him to Tykeros.
Yeah.
Where he's got a lens, and we're going to meet a demon to help him build a device.
Did I specifically say demon?
I think it was a guy.
He's the man.
The man.
Yeah. I don't know if you said it in character or not.
He's a demon.
Yeah, I mean, you said he was a demon. I just don't remember if the characters know he's a demon. But
I don't think we know. We know he's in a town full of demons.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We know the device will let you teleport into somewhere, but we're like, what's the point of that? Because you teleport into a vault, you can't get out.
Jack and Reggie have very good, valid points on why this is a terrible idea.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing, is that it's not actually a fully developed, fleshed out concept.
Yeah, it's just an idea. It's
that Column has. And
it's like all of these things that we should be excited about, all the scientific discovery of it, but you've got the two guys that are just thinking practical and not thinking about that.
They solve problems with their fists.
That's right. Why would you need a teleport device to get into a bank vault when you can just smash the bank manager's head against the vault until he opens it up?
Well, I look at it like a Kitty Hawk thing. The planet Kitty Hawk is pretty flippin' useless.
Yeah.
But you got to start somewhere. So, I mean, if someone's got this teleportation thing, even if the device itself is useless, the concepts it proves out might have.
Yeah, Jack doesn't think long term enough to see it.
Yeah. No, we only understand face value of the item. Like, you told us it teleports us places. We can walk there. Why would we need
Right.
it?
Yeah, right.
Well, you could go through things. Well, we can just blow it up. Like, we had an answer that was usually very physical on how to solve it.
Well, yeah, and that's where we came up with the idea of Jack's like, can we teleport a bomb?
Yeah.
I can see a use for teleporting a Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We teleport a Bob, then okay, let's do it.
And the object itself, it was communicated that it rare, one of a kind, unique,
Yes.
irreplaceable. So it has a certain monetary value to it at the very least.
It was also mentioned that you want to get another one somehow.
Yeah.
Even though we don't really know where this one came from.
Right. Well, and
Because it was stolen, right?
yeah. Well, you guys stole it.
Well, right, but like the original
yeah.
was stolen too.
Yeah.
We stole it from someone who stole it.
Well, and that's the whole thing is Callum has been doing research, and he would have told you all this. It's just like, yes, this is a vague plan at best. We have very strong leads. It is within the entire realm of possibility that nothing comes of all of this work, but we do have strong enough, and he's been doing research. And that's why you guys are going to Tykeros, is that is where the next lead will take him. So on this endeavor, but aside from being compensated by Lard, one of the other things that the part of that compensation is it's an investment opportunity, so to speak, of you guys show yourselves to be trustworthy and you're in on the ground floor. So if this whole thing works out, the Jawbreakers are going to be part of the crew that utilizes this to do what banks or whatever, if it all works out.
We're being used as guinea pigs.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, we're still saying I'm not going through it.
No. You guys
Can you teleport yourself up onto a stilt man?
believe me, there are plenty of.
Now you're thinking of portals.
That's right. Now there are plenty of people who are completely worthless and disposable that can be used as guinea pigs. So
We do have underlings.
Yeah. So, all right.
I got kids now too, so I can just.
Yeah, I mean, and those are a dime a dozen. Hell, they're easy to make.
Yeah.
Jack knows that. So, that was kind of where we ended. I believe that's where we ended, with you guys kind of getting the job.
Yeah. We said we wanted to smuggle weapons aboard the train, and
Yeah, and I think anything within reason is fine. I mean, if you guys are going to bring like a cannon or something, I think we maybe need to talk about that.
All
but
right, fine.
yeah. So I think I said, I don't remember how many days until you guys have train tickets and the arrangements have been made to get you on the train. I believe I said you guys had a couple of days, so we'll say it's been a couple. It is, you guys have a couple of plot days if you want to do something, set something up, whatever.
does anyone remember what their scene from the flash forward was?
You mean from like when we before last game?
Like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Treacle and I were having a conversation, I believe, in an open sided boxcar.
Was it? I can't remember where we were.
I thought
it was Treacle and I, and we were talking about getting Alex. Or no, Alex was with us, and I asked him if he thought he was okay.
Alex was talking with Colum about his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who I was talking to.
Yeah. I don't remember either. So,
And I only even remember that it came up because Chad was bribing us if we make that scene happen.
Maybe I was talking to you. I thought it was Treacle, but it could have been Jack.
yeah.
No, it was the two of us. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
I
could have been
think it was
Jack.
the two of us, but I don't remember what we were talking about.
I specifically remember asking if you think Alex is okay, and there was a very small conversation about where the fuck has he been or something.
Yeah. It was that because the not cliffhanger, but the sort of close of the chapter is Alex was gone.
Alex, yeah.
Something had happened to him, which it was like a movie teaser way before the movie is released, sort of thing, where any of these scenes could end up on the cutting room floor and not make it in the movie. And it is the teaser that, Alex is coming back.
That's all I remember. Is talking about Alex saying that we would keep an eye on him.
And you two that teased that there was some sort of plan on the train with you two, and then you and Callum were talking about his hand. So, like I said, if you can make that happen, great. If not, no big deal. If you make it happen, I'll just give you a free experience.
Whoever's talking to Jack made a regrettable tweet and is no longer part of this.
Right. So yeah, it is just like it is one of the early trailers that may or may not make it into the movie.
We're making new canon.
That's right. So, all right. It is X number of blah, blah, blah days until the you guys have to leave your appointment on the train. Does anyone want to do anything, prep anything, talk to anyone, do anything? If not, that's cool.
Is this a downtime, like where we do downtime stuff, or is it just a?
I believe you guys did downtime stuff, like the actual paperwork downtime last time. I believe so. But part of downtime as well is spending your resources for a setup for the thing. Like, you're going to go rob a bank. You know you're going to go rob a bank, so you do one of your downtime actions of you set up a coach. Like, that's going to be your getaway car. So we know we have a getaway car no matter what, sort of thing. Even if you don't normally have a coach and goats, which I think you guys do. I know you have the goats because you took them. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I will say we do roleplay stuff, or we can do, if you want to do some downtime stuff to set up, that's cool with me. Or just, hey, if you want to say flip the table and say, hey, fuck you guys, I'm not getting on this goddamn train. We're going to go kill the rollers.
Did we want to roll on that? Did we even make a pie for the security?
Oh, the security company?
Yeah.
I don't think we have. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've been it yet.
Yeah, I don't track your guys' pies.
That was a good time. If
Yeah.
you want to start it.
Proust, how big is this locker of yours?
It's a fabulous question.
I mean, could we put the goat in it?
We'll say it's not big enough for a goat.
Yeah, say that was not a character comment of that's a fabulous question.
Well, hold on. The correct term is Goatdale.
Oh, his name's Dale?
No, because it's a Clydesdale goat.
Oh, Dale's
okay.
the Clyde,
Really what
the
it's called?
Goatdale.
Oh, okay. Well, it is now. I mean, I'm down.
No, I just put that down.
I mean, it's a goat. They're goat.
Yeah,
days.
that's
I mean,
the
you
name of
can
our
fit
two
it in
goats,
there, but
Clyde
you
and
might have to
Dale.
cut it up first.
Yeah, that would kind of defeat the purpose.
Yeah, I was picturing like those kind of the two stack lockers that you see like in an airport or a bus
like
station.
one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, where there's like two of them on top of each other, so maybe it's like 3 feet tall
It's like
by
a
like
foot locker.
a foot and a half wide by maybe like 2 feet deep or something like that. I mean, it's large. It's large enough you could put like clothing or luggage or something in it, but
You can fit
Awkwardly shaped for fitting big things in.
You could fit a person, like not Jack. You could fit a person in there, but I'm not saying morally, but I'm just saying maybe that's a little touch and go from a practical standpoint.
I was going to say, apart from my own character,
yeah, I mean, Proust probably wouldn't have a problem.
I'm not
with it.
sure anyone else ought to be passing through those realms.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
You can stuff your possessed dude in there.
Oh yeah, fucking all the time.
No, we need to rehabilitate him. That's something that I don't think Proust is doing, but Proust's handler is doing.
Yeah.
Because the guy apparently, somewhere in getting possessed, became a bit of a drooling idiot, and so
He's not. So I don't know if you caught what I was trying to do with him.
is just
It's not that he's a drooling idiot. Imagine someone who does not have the ability to taste, touch, or feel for years
Being able to do it for the first
being
time.
able to do it. So like that's
So
why
he's-
he's
so he's-
touching the goat is like because it's so tactile.
so he's rehabilitating. Okay.
Yeah, smelling the cotton candy is such an intense smell. and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, I don't think Proust would be doing that. Yeah, Dr. Killian, who's his handler, who himself is also possessed. is-
I mean, it's like a group therapy.
yeah, it is. So he's probably working with the leech, Alfred Steads, had a name, and then Proust also has that ruffian from the very first game. Remember when there was that brawl in the street, and I rolled well enough and whatever, and so that I actually flipped the guy to the cause.
Okay.
And so he's a side asset.
Is he marked on your friend ally thing?
No.
You can pencil that in for him.
My friend is Dr. Killian. My enemy is a demon.
Right.
But no, I was thinking, well, he's gonna be sort of an unnamed. Because you know how our gang has. Well, I mean, there's the named ones.
Yeah,
like,
there's the cohort.
like
But you guys do have
Booker and whatever.
employees.
But, yeah, but
Whose names are Hey You and Fuckface.
right, exactly. So I'll probably give him a name, but
I always forget who's Hey You and who's Fuckface.
I know, and their HR is getting a little salty about that.
But we kind of, I mean, we need some security in our confection shop or whatever it is, and
because people keep blowing that fucker up.
I know, right?
yeah, so I have somebody in there who maybe does a little bit of work, in the front, a little bit of work in the back, and also does maybe a little bit of roughneck sort of stuff when we need it. So what would Proust himself be doing during this time?
And you guys can also go down to the bar, hang out, whatever. It could be roleplay stuff.
Okay.
Whatever.
So
And this is me saying, you guys better fucking roleplay. Roleplay and be happy and have fun, damn it.
okay, so between the Spirit Mask and Ghost Mind,
Yeah.
Proust is going to spend an uncomfortable amount of time, not uncomfortable to him, with Alexander trying to understand this scar on his face.
So like 3 minutes.
Wow, that long?
Yeah. And
What are you in it for his pleasure?
I'm
What are you waiting around for?
Like, I'm thinking he's probably, whether it's at the insane asylum or in the shop, he's sitting there with a stack of like occult books and all this stuff.
Would Alexander go to the insane asylum?
so
If Proust asks him to. Because if he says no, then Proust is following him around town everywhere.
Which is so much
with his
better.
instruments.
So here's Alexander's calculation, and I'm just going to crawl into his head for the audience for a moment.
Sure.
He knows that this is happening,
Yeah.
so it's more likely that he can control how long it takes if he goes to Proust.
Fair.
So because if he goes to Proust home,
He gets it
subjects
over with,
himself
yeah.
to it for a little bit. And then, checks his pocket watch, look at the time. I have a thing. I got to meet a guy about a horse and get the fuck out of there. Because he's not wanting to do this. Because Proust kind of skeeves him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the one thing at least that would work in your favor is, as horrifying as the organization is, they are very, very anti-demon. And so, because everything they mess with is human. Human ghosts, human bodies. They don't like demons. And
You are going to the wrong city.
And so, I know, but I'm just saying that for your scar, they would be genuinely curious in, number one, understanding the exact mechanism at work, whether it's from a scientific or magical or somewhere between the two, sort of answer, some sort of esoteric explanation, and possibly even trying to figure out if they can, how do they reverse it? How do they, because you are now an impure vessel. And
Unlike Jack.
and so no, Jack so far. I mean, yeah, we're going to work on his priorities, but yeah, they would not be pleased with your state as a human being that's been infected by a demon, and if nothing else, they would also be concerned about the demonic capability to do that, and so. I kind of think that one of Proust's longer term things is he might be working towards some form of like ritual healing or something like that. That's sort of parapsychological. It's a little bit magic, a little bit science, a little bit who knows what.
I mean, magic is just science anyway.
In this setting,
Yeah, in this setting. So I mean, it's that sort of thing of that kind of weird Victorian middle state between the physical and the metaphysical.
Well, the academic aspect of it is very intriguing, and I certainly want to engage in scientific and even magical hypothesis. But
Yeah, and
it's like
they're not harming you.
Have you ever had a conversation with someone where you sit down with them and you have this really interesting conversation, and as it goes on, it's like great to start with, but then they just get weirder. It's like, oh,
okay.
So have you read Dianetics, though?
right.
So you said these things.
We can
but
still make fun of
saying
Scientologists,
this.
right? Is that okay?
Fuck Scientologists.
Okay.
So their philosophy, broadly speaking, is that there are more spirits, more souls, human souls.
For a minute, I thought he was going to talk about Scientology.
No.
He kind of is. He kind of already fucking is.
You've got a lot of Thetans that need purging. That's all I know.
Well, that's actually is kind of their view, is that there are more souls than there are bodies.
Yep.
And so the idea is we ought to be
Heaven and hell's full.
we ought to be rationing the bodies to those that are the most worthy souls.
Fucking cold piece
But
of
either
shit.
way, a demon is a complete interloper, and they're what caused this, right? They're what caused the constipation, as far as they're concerned.
Right.
I don't know what the truth is, but as far as they're concerned.
I don't think the book actually says
That's they
I think it's better they leave it.
they ended the world. They stopped people from going to an afterlife. They did this, and so they are the.
and that's where it
ultimate
like
enemy.
stops being science and crosses over into
When I was
the esoteric part.
I was talking to Eric on the way here, and we were talking about the setting, and I was saying that it's kind of like the rapture happened. Good guys lost, rapture happened. That's why souls don't go anywhere; they just sit around.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for them to go.
Right.
So,
Well, then
and the whole world's basically destroyed. Demons run the world.
Yeah.
So,
not that Alex possesses a whole lot of guile, but to him it seems that they're world's real power brokers, and that they're a convenient, accessible shortcut to things.
Which is in Alex's line of work a common
absolutely,
sort of thing. All right, so
Jack is going to do something completely uncharacteristic for him. He's going to actually prepare for this mission.
What?
He's going down to the Golden Cat to try to find Silver and have a conversation with her, just to understand what is this country like I'm going into, because that's the only.
Silver was the Takarios, and what was her look?
Very pale, completely white eyes, white hair, like no iris, just horizontal.
Yeah, not like albino, white,
Nice.
like
Hell
like,
Water slide.
Yeah, so even though she completely creeps him out,
no, star
Yeah.
shaped.
it's a building he's comfortable in. And
Yeah. Is anybody going with Alex? I'm sorry. Is anyone going with Jack?
Reggie is making sure that the gym is going to be taken care of while he's gone. So he is handing over someone that helps him like train, and they're a sparring partner, they're a friend, and there's someone that he
Yeah, a boxing
kind of
coach.
does the shit with. Her name is Svetlana,
Mm-hmm.
and she was the pugilist on this, but I just changed the name.
Yep. And Jack is not telling anyone he's trying to actually prepare for the mission.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going down to the Golden Cat.
Which he always does.
Exactly. But in reality, he's a little bit freaked out by where he's going, so he wants to know, what am I going to see?
Yeah.
So it doesn't. He's still ashamed about freaking out and not being able to help Alex. So
Well, for once, Proust is too busy doing anything else to moralize with you about it. So
I'm actually surprised you're taking Prowse. I thought you were going to switch to Booker, since you're going to be like, damn thee! And like fucking just start attacking people.
no, that's why to take Proust.
Yeah, I know, but man.
Does anyone? I know Proust, I believe, does. Does anyone have a Demon Bane charm? Because it doesn't sound like a big deal, but just the way I have the.
Well, we're not going to be able to take them, right? I thought that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like,
well, you can't.
no.
Oh, yeah, you're doing
The
the
locker.
locker thing to get it in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
all the
when they
things I'm not
sense
supposed to
that,
have
they
go in the
like-
locker.
Yeah.
Something
Well,
off about you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like
I can't fuck you up for some reason.
Yeah, like the Takarios and Sissons have demon blood in them, and it would be like ew. But like the Demon Bane charms affect demons, like the Ghost Bane charms do. So, and which is why they don't want that. That is contraband going there.
I'm part demon. I have
But
horned penis.
but you're like your ghost stuff. Like you could have a ghost vial with a ghost in it, and there's a big sign. This whole treaty, it's illegal to trade, and they'll patch it down and be like, "Have fun, sir." And you're like wearing them on a bandolier. You have earrings that are ghost vials and stuff, and they're like,
walking fuel everywhere.
right?
Yeah, you said it was harder to get those back in. Than it
Yeah,
is to get-
because it's going there is the customs for the Takarios, and coming back
Right,
is
right.
the Arcosan
They
Doskvol.
don't want you bringing anything from there into.
Right.
So any vials he gets there, bringing them back would be
All right. You want to take ghosts with you outside the city? Well, go ahead.
Right.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're not bringing them back.
Yeah. So, what is Uncle Treacle doing?
Maybe we should have played Ghostbusters. Just been literally Ghostbusters in this shit.
Good.
I know, yeah.
My character will be cousin
like
Fecal.
Railjacks or something like
Do what?
that.
I said my character's going to be cousin Fecal. He's like if Pig Pen was the
Railjacks
Ghostbusters.
in this tonight's game. Should be, hopefully. If you guys get to the
Every time somebody mentions Pigpen, I always think of the Family Guy thing where the girl doesn't understand why she keeps getting UTIs. And she's married to Pigpen. Like, really? You don't understand why?
Uncle Treacle is actually going to go to a bar just on the outskirts of the Rollers territory.
Okay.
And he's going to just kind of listen in and kind of maybe get a little...
Did you tell anyone you were doing that?
No, everybody else was gone.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
I mean, you can come with me if you want to.
Because if I didn't know that, I 100% would have at least followed.
You go into the candy store after you do your gym stuff, and you're like, "Where the fuck's Treacle?"
Hey, where the fuck is Treacle?
Mabel, right?
Yeah.
Mabel is there sweeping up, like, "Oh, he said he was thirsty."
Thirsty.
Yeah.
Fuck's he talking? He's got shit to eat.
I don't know. He just said he was thirsty. Something about checking something out. I don't know.
Fuck is that old man getting into?
Huh?
Where'd you see him go? Which way?
Points that way.
I'm very serious because I'm like,
Yeah. she points down the street, which
Right.
is technically in the vague direction of the Rollers, but also in the direction of like half the city as well.
I go that way.
Okay.
I go that way, and I'm like, so I am actively looking for him.
Mm.
I'm not in a huge hurry,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, all right, well, he said he's thirsty. Clearly, he's going to some bar or something.
Oh, you see Worth walking down the street, and he's kind of like rubbing his balls a little bit, but he's kind of like walking with a,
Is he on the opposite side, or is he on my side?
He'll be on the opposite side, I'm sure, when you...
you see him cross quick, kind of waddle across quickly.
I just like, because I heard the story. I heard the
I
story
think
about
the
what
two of you see each other, you both don't want to be on the same side of the street, so you both turn to walk across the street at the same time.
Yeah. I just laugh, and I just keep walking like, oh my god, what a schmuck.
Before we go to the train, I have something I wanted to clear for Booker, but we don't have to do right this second. I'll let these guys get through their main characters before I start doing secondary characters.
So the cohort had been tasked to take shifts watching the Rollers territory. Was Booker even a part of that?
No, what I'm thinking is, you remember how there was that blue coat shakedown that we broke up?
Yeah.
Booker's going to reestablish it.
Oh, he's
Except
doing
now there's a permit process to get through, and it's totally legitimate. Everyone pays
absolutely.
the same.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you happen to know them, in which case somehow their money just gets,
Right,
their permit's always up to date.
Well, you make change and you hand it
Right,
back.
precisely. But I wanted to, if you're okay with this, because
It's your guys' territory.
clearly the Bluecoats wanted the shakedown.
Yeah.
So he is working with the Bluecoats to reestablish a shakedown racket right where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Except A, our group now has permits to get through, and B, I'm sure he's dipping the till.
Oh, I'm sure he gives the Bluecoats 2 cents just to kind of thumb his nose at him. Yes, take today's guy. Yeah, as you do, you guys.
I mean, maybe even 75% of it. I mean, as long as the gang's getting paid. I mean, look, they got a lot of damage to their place to fix.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
And so that means, look, who do the Bluecoats protect? The people out here, so they ought to pay their share.
Mm-hmm.
Think French and Indian War,
Right.
what the British did after that.
Right.
They're here protecting us, and so we need to pay the taxes back to them to replace things like their broken
Bullshit.
the tall boy suit and building.
Right. And you tell them that. You tell everybody that's what it's for.
Oh, and I'm sure.
Because the Bluecoats don't want anyone to know that they have to repair this shit.
Yeah.
But you're passing around the hat to fix this shit.
Exactly. And so, like I said, there's now a permitting system to formalize it.
You come upon Booker's checkpoint.
Oh my god. Oh, I'll pull out my official papers.
Jolly good. Let me take a look. Oh, everything here checks out.
How you doing, Booker? You doing okay?
I'm doing outstanding. Business couldn't be better. I think at any point the sun may get and shine on this part of the city. Wouldn't that be a sight to see?
Is Biter there with you?
Oh, yeah, he's always with them.
Is he aggressive to the gang, or is it like...
No, he's probably half asleep.
I was gonna.
He's a weirdly understated tiger.
A scratch his.
He's a little bit Battle Cat, a little bit Scooby Doo.
Yeah. More cringer.
Until it's go time.
I even forgot it was ever Cringer. Fucking hate Cringer. So, Snarf and Orko are the only things worse.
So he had to stamp to the back of your permit, which God knows what stamp he found. I mean, this could be like certified fresh potatoes or something.
It is in fact certified fresh potatoes.
I give you like a half-ass salute.
But whatever it is, that's what he marks and says. Very good, carry on, sir.
What's up?
Thanks, Brooke. I slide you like a coin or something like that. Not like a literal coin,
Yeah,
but like payment.
You can ask him where Uncle Treacle.
Yeah,
Because Uncle Treacle would have had to pass.
I was gonna yell at him, but then once we passed each other, hey, you seen Uncle through here? He had to come through this way, right?
Officer Mayberry, can you recall where that Uncle Treacle gentleman went? And one of the bluecoats with him flips through a ledger that is completely unnecessary.
And this blue coat is not a blue coat in the sense of the stomping and we're going biggest gang in dust. This is like
He's
the
wearing the
meter
uniform.
the meter maid, the guy who runs fingerprints, yes.
So would you have would you have lied about where you're going to?
That's your
Yes, I would. No, I would have been for real.
Okay, so what was the name of the place you're going to?
Stan, this is who you're. Well, okay, say that for the mic.
Might as well say it.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a rifle of a blue coat archivist.
Yes.
So great, that's awesome. That's
So yeah, if it's what did you say his name?
man, your organization's nothing but people that hate you
Yeah.
or disrespect you.
It's a management style.
Well, I just drew Officer Mayberry off the top of my
So-
head.
I mean, it's lonely
It's
at the top.
Jared,
Right?
Jaron Mayberry.
Yeah.
Jaron Mayberry.
Yeah, Jaron Mayberry is my rival, the blue coat archivist. So he fucking hates me. It's because I banged his mom.
So that's
You
why.
had to get in there somehow. Bang somebody's mom.
So you actually had to pay the toll and probably.
That's how he can't fight you. He can't outthink you. But you get buried in bureaucratic bullshit because of this guy.
And so, what was the name of the place you're going to?
It is the Good Sense Bar.
The Good Sense
Good
Bar.
Sense.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Right. So, Good Sense Bar, north side of town.
That is the you can't even. Yeah, it's totally not roller territory.
Yeah. Listen. Fuck.
Might want to hustle there. That stamp's only good for 4 hours.
I give Booker like a look, like what the fuck? All right, yeah, sure. And I walk on.
No loitering. Move on.
Hey, how far away is it from this checkpoint? How far away is this bar?
It's
Like I would think my character would probably know.
yeah. You could get there pretty quick.
Okay.
Drop there. I mean, it's not like right there. It's plot distance away.
Just in case, I think Unk's gonna do something stupid, so I might send you a signal or something.
Well, I'll be here. Be waiting for it. Can't leave my post during hours, but
You're a good man, Booker. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah.
You always take Worth with you.
No, fuck.
tip of the hat. Where's the drink? On with you.
I'll bring you something back nice. I walk on.
All right.
I fully plan on bringing like a pint or something for you.
So, Jack, you're at the Golden Cat, and what's her name again?
Silver.
Silver. And forgive me, this was a character from a campaign years ago.
I'm just picturing Silver Sable. I don't even know how.
I almost called her Sable, actually. But,
Oh, okay.
It
That's
took
what I
us, like-
pictured is Silver Sable.
It took me at least half the session last time to remember the name myself.
She is sitting at the table. She has several, shall we say, regular patrons with very specific tastes and needs and wants, who are nervously sitting at the bar and giving you the side eye. You basically came in and were like, your calendar is clear. I don't know, you wouldn't say it like Jack wouldn't say it like that, but basically
Yeah, that was way too badass and smooth.
right. He did it in Jack's way. I'm maybe just
Hey, can you
punched him.
talk?
Right. Hey, can you talk? We'll talk, and everyone's like, "Fuck." So yeah, you just jumped ahead in line, and there's some unhappy people there, but fuck them.
They're not gonna say anything.
They're not bigger than me.
Collectively they might, but who cares?
So I kind of sit down at the table. You're from Pegros, right?
No, I'm not. What gave it away? Is it this exotic air that I exude? Is it the strange accent I might have?
I think it's the eyes.
What's wrong with my eyes?
Porter, do you need toilet paper?
I love being on the side.
I know, right? So Eric masked up with his shirt, and I'm like,
It always hits everyone but us.
yeah. I almost think that they are like overplaying how bad it is.
I don't want to find out.
No, I don't want to find
I
out.
don't want to find out. Don't help that.
Doesn't explain to us.
Since we sidetracked it, your mom joke reminded me. I was on a call this week, and
Did you have rice again?
it was with a vendor.
No.
The vendor actually used apparently Google Meetings instead of like Zoom or anything normal,
Okay.
which is I connect in, not really thinking about it, and
Oh,
it
no.
hooks up my Google profile picture,
Oh, great.
which is
Nice.
Close.
oh
Rated E for your mom.
no, your mom rated me for
Yeah.
everyone.
Everyone, that's right.
Damn.
It made their day, and I was incredibly embarrassed because that is the most unprofessional thing I've done at work in a long time.
Yeah.
I can't wait. We're gonna have a talk
With your mom.
with your mom. No, your boss has his mom in there.
Right.
So that's my mom.
I hear you're high rated.
When you were trying to say like you fucked our moms and shit on
Yeah.
Discord,
Uh-huh.
and we were talking because you were like, oh yeah, I fucked old ladies and shit for money.
I said, how can you be?
I could not believe you hadn't seen The Producers. I literally thought that's what you were going for.
No, no.
I'm surprised because it's a fucking Mel Brooks movie that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
That movie's fantastic.
No, it is. It's quite brilliant.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I'll check it out.
Max is literally the character trying. When you said that, I was like, oh fuck, he's Max.
Yeah.
He's literally Max from The Producers.
Yeah. And the good one, not the Matthew Broderick, Nathan.
Oh
Lane
fuck! Don't watch that one. Watch the one with Gene Wilder. That's the only one. you
and
should watch.
Zero, whatever his name
Yeah.
is.
Is that apple beer?
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
It
yeah.
smelled bad.
Is it good?
With a whiff of apple.
no way it
Honestly, it
smells
just
bad.
tastes like, I'll say, yeah, first of all, anything. I mean, I almost came up here with a freaking bath towel and a change of clothes. Honestly, it just tastes like a cider.
Does it?
Yeah.
I have to. Yeah. I'll let you do this.
All right. So basically, Silver.
Try one before while I'm done.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
I don't want to hold one. I just want to like sip.
You can sit.
I'll sip dance. I mean,
It's
yeah,
not
it's not-
remarkable.
yeah,
It just tastes like an apple cider.
yeah.
To explain what we're talking about, there's apparently this limited run of, I don't know, it's Busch or Budweiser.
Bush
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah, that's apple flavor, and it just tastes like a cider for anyone who cares.
I think they could have not gone with the light, and it would have been a little bit better.
Well, it's just get you watching your figure.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't point that fan at me.
Not gonna lie, I thought about that when I turned it on.
So, Silver gives you some shit, as is usual.
I'm going to be going there. And I just want to know.
Why are you going home? My home.
It's a job.
Oh my god.
What kind of job do you have there?
Delivery job. I'm just the muscle on it. I don't ask the questions.
Well,
bad.
the less I know, the better, I guess. What do you want to know?
They said there aren't walls.
Oh my god.
There's no city walls. People just walk around,
Yeah, there's no walls.
and there's demons.
There's demons here. And if the power ever goes out in Doskvol, there's no walls. Do you ever think what would happen if we hunted the last whale?
We'd all die.
A lot of you would die. Not all. Not the demons here.
Is there anything I should be concerned about?
Don't tell people your real name. No, that's bullshit. You can tell everyone you're Jack. They don't care. So, no. I mean, okay. Ghosts and stuff, the monsters, the things that are trying to constantly kill us here, that we have these giant shield walls that disintegrate anything, and all of the laws that we have with the spirit wardens and all of that. There are arrangements there, deals. The horror from the outside is still a horror. It will still kill everyone. We just have arrangements with the horror. Deals that our illustrious emperor did not care to make. But he didn't have to. We have science here. We have the academy. We hold the end at bay.
So there aren't like ghosts just walking around trying to kill you?
Not as much as the Penny Dreadfuls will tell you. But, Jack, there's ghosts here that are walking around trying to kill you. You just can't see them often.
I've seen a few.
There's a whole district walled off, protected. They're not protecting the ghosts. No one's allowed in or out. It's here in Doskvol. Too big to clear out. Easier just to wall it off. The forgotten neighborhood.
You're not making me feel better.
Did you want me to make you feel better?
No, I wanted to know what I was getting into so I don't freak out. And he immediately like clams up, realizing he just admitted that he was freaked out.
I thought she was making a proposition.
She was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, just understand that you will probably see a ghost or two and no one will do anything about it. And you're sitting right here, right now, looking at a human whose great-great-grandmother was a demon. Nearly everyone there is going to be like this. Not all of them. And the worst a demon is going to do to you there is just take a bunch of your money.
That I can deal with.
You think?
Yeah, I don't have money. You
Fair
take my
enough.
money.
I do at that. But I have some gentlemen waiting who would like me to take their money. So, unless you want to cut in line.
Thanks for the info.
Don't touch the plinths. Do you know what a plinth is, Jack?
No.
Plinth is a large stone column.
Okay.
They have writing on them. Just don't touch them. They won't blow up or anything. Just a cultural thing. People will look at you weird. Tell you not to touch them again. Just don't touch them.
Okay.
All right?
I don't know if he feels any better when he leaves or not, but
I would think worse because you're scared of a lot of that shit.
So,
Yeah.
question: Are demons vaguely organic? By which I mean, do they eat? Do they sleep? Do they breathe?
If they want to be, yes.
Do they die? Can they possess people?
So there's my world and there's Harper's world.
I'm asking about your world.
My world, because I go on about Harper's world, his whole chapter. In my world,
Yeah.
demons are kind of both. In Doskvol, Proust has probably interacted and talked with one or two and not known it, unless he was doing the spirit mask and looking for them and rolling a tune and all that sort of stuff. They hide in Doskvol, but it's not hiding as in, hiding in a cellar hoping
It's
no
not
one
out
kills
of fear.
them. Yeah, they have a shop and the shop doesn't sell anything, sort of thing. And people who know, who maybe are looking for something that is hard to get, will go to this shop for services. Sometimes the shops appear, and when you go back, they're not there, sort of thing. But are they organic? Can you walk up to one and push them with your 2 fingers?
The more direct question I'm
Yes.
asking, if you stab one, does it die?
My question would be, do you have a big enough dagger?
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, if a freaking firing squad opens up on them, do they
Look,
die or are they
I
somehow...
was actually thinking about this today. Because I figure going here, this might come up when you guys get to Carriers.
Right.
Or maybe not.
I don't have any
So-
specific plans.
No,
I'm just trying
absolutely.
to understand what the boundaries of
So,
setting are.
so the boundaries of the setting, I don't want to make anything off limits to you guys, except like the Emperor of Doskvol. Don't go and kill the Emperor of Doskvol, but it's like
Right,
killing
right.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's just not going to happen. But for Demon, like, if you guys are going to go after the Jawbreakers, right?
Yeah.
And you want to take down the Jaw, it's going to be a thing. You're going to have to pull in your cohort. You guys are going to have to come up with a plan.
You mean the rollers?
Yes, the rollers, I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to come up with a plan. It might be a couple of heists. It's going to be a thing, right? It's going to be this whole thing. If you guys want to take out a demon, it is going to be all of that for one entity. That does not mean that they are off limits and untouchable and you can't take them. Demons are powerful. And so it is not that all demons are as powerful as a small gang like the rollers. There are demons that are that powerful and more.
Are they vulnerable to similar things as ghosts? For example, can I grab one with the lightning hook? Can I put it in a spirit bottle? No, okay.
Now, you can't put it in a spirit bottle, but you can affect it. You can try to affect it.
Okay.
So, like dealing with the rollers, it's going to be guns and knives and blood and guts.
Or
Dealing with
just bags of blood and meat. So yeah,
right,
demons are more
yeah,
an entity.
yeah, and demons have powers. They can do things, but I play them as, like we talked about the other day, Faustian. You know,
Okay.
they are here to.
So to use the D&D distinction, you play them as devils, not demons.
Right. In Harper's fiction, they are elemental monsters of lightning or fire or ice or water or something like that. And I find that too boring. That's just a monster.
Okay.
Those probably exist. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to... I was going to say what I did in the last game with this one, but I might actually bring her into this game because I like her. So, but we'll see. There was one game we ran, I forget which group, but there were two demon brothers who ran a shop down by the dock that sold nothing.
Yeah,
And they gave the group jobs and such.
They gave us a job to steal a ring, and we have all of this. This has got to be a magical ring. There's something special about it. And the whole deal was it was really just sentimental to the person we stole it from.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I think Prowse is probably...
What? It was just sentimental to the person they stole it from, so they did it just to be dicks.
Well, I mean, they're...
No, I get it. It's
Yeah.
just that's funny.
Yeah, the person they were doing it to was a
We should have put
extortionist, and
demons.
basically, yeah, they were doing it to hurt her.
Yeah.
Fucking trolls, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Prowse has probably seen his own city, Akaros or whatever, in a new light, because now, with the ghost mind, his spiritual awareness is now a passive truth.
Right.
So he's probably, for the first, if he was not so fixated on Alexander, he would probably becoming distressingly aware of,
To see ghosts that don't want to be seen, you still... To see them, not sense them.
yeah.
To see them, you still need the spirit.
But like if he's walking past someone who's a demon who's just hiding the horns under a bowler hat, now he senses that.
Does it say demons on there? I mean,
It says all spiritual entity,
Oh, okay.
all supernatural entities.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, so if a demon walks past him and has the horns under a bowler, he would just know that person's a demon.
So if he's wearing the mask, like you basically see souls, right? You see
Yeah, then he
ghosts.
sees
Do
the
you
ghost
see-
aura.
But like
Yeah.
if you look at somebody, you just see like a glow.
Yeah, we could maybe even say like an aura or whatever.
Okay. So like if he sees a demon, is it just nothing there, or is it black? Or is it like-
Well, so the spirit mask is for ghosts.
Right.
So the demon, you see what the demon wants you to see. So the spirit mask doesn't blast.
So
through
could they
that,
imitate a ghost?
he-
Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, it sounds like
No.
a corporeal.
Yeah,
so-
Well, right. But like I'm saying, like if he looked at Reggie,
Yeah,
is he going to see
he's gonna see Reggie with some weird psychedelic shit around it.
right? But if he looks at a demon,
He's gonna see what the demon wants him to see, not in a glamour sense, but like the demon. You go into the shop with the two brothers.
Yeah.
You put on the spirit mask. Proust. These guys are like. This is a kind of weird shop. Proust is like, those two are demons. You put on the spirit mask, you see two brothers
Yeah.
with some psychedelic shit, but you know what they are.
Right.
These guys don't.
okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get an idea of like what it looked like.
Right.
Not even necessarily for my character, but
Yeah.
we world building.
We are.
Yeah, well, I was just like, because now demons are becoming a bigger part. I'm just trying to understand the setting so I don't go out and do
Demons.
something. It's just like, no, that's not even
Yeah,
vaguely.
I don't want you to
plausible.
think that you can go up to a demon and punch him in the face and say, "Eat my dick, bitch." But I don't want you to think that you can never take on a demon if you want to take one out.
These aren't like berserk demons, where
Right.
they're like infinitely stronger than human beings, and the idea of you killing one is
There
big
are those out there, just
Well,
the
of
same
course.
way that there are, like, if you were to take on Lard. Lard is a couple of tiers above you guys. It doesn't mean you can't kill him. It's
He's
just
seen-
going to be a thing.
he's seen a dick or two. He knows
Right, yeah. Maybe not his own, but, you know.
Yeah, I am totally aware that if Jack goes up and punches a demon in the face, he's gonna end up dead.
I'm so glad that my character
I,
is
as
going
the
with all these
player,
people
know
that are
that.
afraid of demons or hate them intensely.
Yeah.
Reggie has no feelings towards demons whatsoever. He gives no fucks.
Yeah, and demons are not. Now, your cult believes what it believes. I'm not saying your cult. Your cult is wrong, but it's a cult, and that's its beliefs, right? The demons are not. They are no more or less evil than anybody else in
Humans,
Doskvol,
yeah.
which is not a high bar.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's.
They just have more of a means to be more evil
Yeah.
if they want to.
So they have motivations. They have that sort of thing. So
Is Alexander like? Is he scared of demons?
He seems the ambivalence toward them.
Yeah.
So
Maybe Reggie's talked to him in depth about it.
So
And
we're-
maybe that's why he's not scared.
right.
Yeah, it's more of a just recognizing a predator when you're amidst a predator.
Yeah.
These predators just happen to have courtesy and
Yeah.
use words,
Yeah.
but they're as dangerous as any other predator.
Yeah,
Alex
just don't
is
be
a small
stupid.
guy. Everyone's a predator.
Touche.
Yeah, but Alex is very smart and good with his words. So
Right.
could
Yeah.
probably talk about that.
I had a demon in one game. These guys were doing something that had nothing to do with demons, but they had a lot of they had some leeches and they had some tinkers that were on the spiritual side, and they had a whisper and stuff like that. They're doing a lot of ghosty type shit, and so they were doing something unrelated to a demon, caught the demon's attention, and the demon ran a shop. Not the two brothers. The demon ran this shop that sold magical whalebone charms. If you've ever played Dishonored, whalebone charms are a big deal. They're not in this game, they're in my game. So she was selling whalebone charms.
So like Leviathan.
Leviathan demon bone charms that were bent and integrated with metal that did a thing. And she sold them, but of course she does not need money. And so she would ask for stuff like, tell me a story or do something interesting. Not kill this guy, but more like, I want you to do something interesting.
So payment is like something special.
Something special, yeah. And that was her thing. I'm giving you
A
something
one-of-a-kind
special. I
thing.
want something special.
Yeah.
And she wasn't evil or anything, and only they could see the shop, and only when she wanted them to. When she wanted something interesting.
So do all demons have that like level of illusion?
I would say that's pretty an entry level sort of skill. Yeah.
What about like half demons?
No, not all the Takarios people. There's nothing in the literature about them having any powers.
So they only got maybe physical traits and
Yeah.
like the look of a demon.
That's it.
That's it. Man, that's a. Well, I guess it worked out for that horde.
She's powerful, but she was powerful because she was a whisper, not because
Right.
of where
She's
she was
also
from.
hot.
And you can also do you can also do
Come on, playing a
trapping.
female character. She's hot.
You can also do trapping stuff too,
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, Silver was a whisper and had this trait, and we are going to say her power comes from the demon blood, and then it has all these sort of demon-y trapping. You didn't really do that, but you can do that with just RP in this.
Yeah. No, her power came from her father, who was a railjack,
Right.
and she kept in a bottle on her side
Mm-hmm.
because he was dead.
Yep.
Because he was dead.
And I presume a railjack is a railroad worker? Or...
No, they're like Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's right. That's
On the
right.
railroads.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
now I remember.
Remember, the railroads are outside going
Right.
across the world, so they can be attacked by things. The railjacks are the ones fighting those things off
Yeah,
and
I'm
keeping the
not
train
keen on
safe.
that.
If Reggie or Jack dies, Alex better keep them in a bottle.
I'm afraid that I would have to beat Dr. Proust to it, and he's got me beat in the skill
Yeah.
department. So,
Come on, man. Get with it.
No,
Save our souls, bro. Like,
Kraus will put our souls in a bottle and then put it in the next NPC
Yep.
that he's able to beat.
I said, you think Krause isn't going to recycle all of you?
I mean, Alexander can
I
beat him to
haven't
the punch. You can build a body for yourself that's a metal body.
Yeah, I
Oh.
absolutely.
Oh my
need
God.
to-
That's a character class.
Can you
in the game.
imagine he makes a mech suit with our souls powering it as two big fucking
That's
bruisers?
a character that's a character class.
Oh,
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, there's
that'd
a
be fucking
whole
dope.
arc cycle of character.
I kind of want to die. I want us to die now just for that to happen.
Yeah. Being a
But
ghost,
let's not.
being a ghost initially sucks
Yeah.
because until you level up, you get like one ability, and that ability is
Wait, you have
generally-
abilities as a ghost?
It's a whole place thing.
I didn't know.
It's a ghost. There's multiple kinds. You can play a ghost, the incorporeal ghost, and you have this whole play set, and it's different with the stress and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't use stress. It's like I forget what
It's
like
hunger.
Hunger, yeah, hunger. And you could do vampire. They're called. They're not actual Fang Dracula vampires.
You just feed on energy
Yeah, they possess a body and are kind of eating the body
and husk it out.
and husk it. Yeah, and that is its
The
oh,
difficult part about playing a ghost initially is that because you don't have all the abilities, you can't talk to people. You have the choice of you can either talk or you can interact with things.
And there's another play sheet, and this is all in the book. This is like supplementary stuff. That is a mech, a brass steampunk electrophasmic robot that your ghost possesses, and the special abilities are like add-on, like pneumatic punching or something. I haven't looked at it in a long time.
It's a golem.
Brother,
Yeah,
if I die, you have to make me into a clockwork badass.
Yes.
If you die, I will make that. I will have to work that out with Proust so he can harvest your soul, and then I can make a superior body for you. Yeah, absolutely.
So it is impossible for me to kill your guys' characters, but the book gives you incentive to die as play options. So
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I mean, so far I've got a few long-term projects ahead of Reggie's in the queue, but that can definitely be in the queue. I mean, here's the thing: I'm gonna build a body.
Yeah.
Now, it really we don't know who's going to inhabit it. It might be yours if you go first.
Nothing gets me more horny than the idea of being a clockwork monster beating the shit out of stuff.
Because I definitely want to build one,
Look
but I
at
feel
that.
like that's going to take me a while to discover that kind of
Right.
plan and yada yada.
yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Where the fuck were we?
So we were,
Not on a train. I know that.
I'm
No,
on the way
so
to
we're-
Treacle, and then
Yeah, he was going to
everybody was
Treacle.
doing stuff.
Okay. So, Treacle's at the bar. We just had the scene with whatever. Anybody wants to jump in, even if you're not there, remember we have cohort that is reasonably
So again,
followable.
Alex isn't particularly, guileful. So essentially what Proust would pick up, if he's paying any attention at all, is that when it comes to the academic discussion of the scar, very interested, very capable, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When it comes to the origin of the scar, he is very vague to the point of talking about not recalling. Now, that may or may not be true, but he definitely is avoiding that subject.
How good of a liar is he?
That's a great question. we go, it doesn't matter. He's this good. He's one good. He's one dot good. Which is better than he is in a lot of stuff.
Why don't you make a fortune roll? And
That's still one dot.
You have 1 dot for everything in your... You do not.
In resolve.
Well, it's resolve, prowess, insight.
Oh, well, insight I have many dots.
Whatever you can convince me that you're using to beguile... prowess.
Okay, well then then I'm not lying. I'm changing the subject to his cult.
Okay.
So I'm changing his subject basically anytime he wants to go to its origins or
So,
probe
hold on
me
a
about
second.
how it occurred.
He's going to make a roll,
My-
and this is basically if he is successful or not.
Yeah.
My-
If he's not, well, he's not. If he is, then you can make a roll to see through it.
Yeah. So my
And we'll
intention
figure
is
that out.
basically to just turn the conversation back to demons
Yeah.
and why demons are bad and how ghosts are good and what is the distinction between the 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just throwing the ball back to the pulpit.
This is
5.
Wow. Okay. So he does it. Mixed outcome, limited effect. But we'll see what yours is. So
I have to
Dan,
listen to the bullshit.
Are you going to
which
use
is
insight,
the
prowess, or
penalty.
resolve? Whatever makes sense.
I'll say it's his weakest of the fortune rolls, but insight makes the most sense.
Okay.
So
A 5.
I also
Yeah.
got a 5, so I know he's not.
So
I guess I believe
is
some
how
of it, but not
I'm-
all of it.
This is how I'm going to interpret it, but it is your guys' conversation, so you can reject it if you want. Is basically he starts kind of talking around the thing, and he's really obvious about it, and you're going to you're like, what are you dodging here? But he kind of gets on a track that's more interesting, and so the track actually, so Proust is kind of like, he can go sort of either way with it. I don't know what track would interest Proust that was otherwise not what he was going for, but
Yeah, basically, you can have an enjoyable conversation or an unpleasant conversation. Alex doesn't care which. He wants to steer you toward a pleasant conversation. And here's the road to us getting along this afternoon. In this way lies argument.
yeah.
Is
And the pleasant
essentially what he's trying to
conversation.
convey.
Yeah, and the
Now, I
pleasant-
don't know how Proust is going to respond to that. It seems to me that, it's unpredictable. At least that's how Alex predicts.
And
Alex interprets
And the
Proust.
pleasant conversation is fruitful. It's not just fluff. So
His curiosity would be more academic than judgmental. Like, you've been behind enemy lines. He
Sure.
wants to understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But in Alex's mind, and again, this is no offense to Dan the player, this is just his reasoning is that Proust is nothing but judgment.
Oh, generally, yeah.
Yeah. So it makes him leery to share.
Well, yeah, you're also in a not exactly nice
you can take
Environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a place where they can just be like, well, this guy needs to be in a cell. That shit makes me
And then they have a couple
uncomfortable.
of things like that.
To just get, I guess I can't say, I don't know what the appropriate term is. I was about to use a nautical term, but I don't think it's appropriate
Not
anymore.
really, yeah. Advanced ability.
So
I swear I'm
abducted.
trying to get to you, Eric.
no, you
So what turned out?
That's up to Dan. I mean, honestly. Yeah, it's clear I don't want to talk about it.
So, okay, yeah, I'm going to punt then because I think it's going to be, it could be interesting role play, but it's going to be them basically chasing each other in circles.
And you do know you have a multi-day train trip where he's going to be trapped with you on a
Precisely.
train. So
Yeah, that is also an excellent point
Mhm.
that Alex did not really think about at this moment.
right.
And now, as soon as he leaves, he's like, fucking checkmate. God damn it!
I wasn't going to do private cars for you guys, but now you're doubling up. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. What's the game's what? Okay, in this world, what's the immortal punishment for suicide? Like, I don't kill myself in the real world. But in this game, what happens?
In this game, one of two things happen. Either no one finds any piece of your body in 3 days, the ghost comes out, or it gets completely atomized down to nothingness and you are erased from the universe.
Okay.
Those are the only two things that are going to happen.
If you jump off the chain, probably no one will find you.
Yeah, except in this scenario, if I kill myself, Proust finds my body,
Yeah.
harnesses my ghost, and then puts me into the body of somebody else, like lard.
That's an outstanding idea.
All right. So, Uncle Treacle,
Yep.
you are on the edge of roller territory.
Yep. Sitting in a bar, just kind of observing, listening to conversations. I'm trying to pick up names.
Mm-hmm.
Like see who's a shot caller, anything like that. I'm just trying to get any kind of intel that I can.
Are you in disguise? I don't necessarily mean like a fake nose and the hat, or are you kind of rolling incognito?
Yeah, I'm not dressed up or anything. Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and I wouldn't think that I'm that
because
known to. That I would have to go in a complete disguise.
Yeah, you guys don't have like a high enough rep to where you have to like hide your. So you don't have wanted posters up and shit like that yet.
Yeah. I mean, one of my items in
Yeah, you have
italics
cover
is the find cover identity, so I could just be there as
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orlando Danger.
Orlando.
What do you wear normally?
Normally, I wear like a kind of like a threadbare tweed suit with like a not a bowler hat, maybe like
The cabbie hat.
like a pork pie hat.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
But in this case, I'll be wearing like the cabbie hat and just kind of like an overcoat.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want you to make a roll I want you to make a fortune roll, but you're not rolling to find out information. You find some information. Something's happening in the bar,
Okay.
and I want to see if you notice what is happening in the bar. So I'm thinking insight. myself.
Insight. Okay. So 3 dice for me. 5.
5. All right. Mixed effect. So you notice what is happening in the bar, and you think you notice it maybe a little too late.
Oops.
One by one, somebody walks in, nondescript. You take note, but reject it for being anyone, whatever.
Right. It's evening time. People are coming in for an evening drink.
Well, and so that's just it. It's evening time. People come. It's about time for people to come in for a drink. But you notice that one by one, people have been leaving the bar, and no one is coming in for a drink. But you don't. You've been talking to this guy, and then you kind of talk to this lady, and then you've been kind of talking. Kind of
turn around, the fucking place is empty.
Yeah.
That's scary as shit.
And then
Sorry for interrupting. That's scary as shit.
It is. It's a pub. There's about 10 tables or so. That's
Right.
dark, oily, sort of smoky place. There's a fire going, and you were talking to the bartender. And you turn around and you're like, "Fuck!" And then you turn around to the bartender, gone. In fact, the door is kind of like to the kitchen.
All right. So then I just I take my I take my glass. I reach over and just hit the tap and fill my glass.
I think you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Yeah. You might as well get a drink
Might as well get a drink
yeah.
out of it.
Yep.
Amen, man.
So, yeah. What we're gonna do. So, did anyone come with Reggie?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I did warn Booker that I might signal him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know
Who's
how.
now we had cohorts watching
Yes.
the zone.
So,
who's watching?
Not Booker, not Worth, because
It was Little Garrett and.
So it's got to be Big Garrett
Little Garrett and Big
The
Garrett.
respective
that's what-
Garretts.
Or
Yeah.
Johnny.
Johnny. Yeah.
Smashing Beautifuls right now.
We'll say
They're
it's
too
Big
busy.
Garrett.
It's Big Garrett, and Jan. Big Garrett and Jan.
Janny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Or Yanni.
Yanni. Yeah. Everyone calls her Jan, and her name's Yanni.
She hates it too.
Yeah.
Do not call me Jan. My name is not Jan.
It's Yanni. Okay, Jan. You are coming down the street. You're going to the bar, and what Reggie notices first is that why aren't there people on the street?
Like it just all of a sudden there's no one.
Yeah, and not that they went away. It's just that it's dinner time. You're walking down the street. Your streets were filled with people getting off shift, going out, whatever, and it got a little less and a little less, as if you're going to like the warehouse district, where just people don't hang out
People like closing windows as I walk by. And shit.
Right. Yeah. Except this ain't the warehouse district, and it happens in the course of 2 blocks, and you're like, fuck.
I take my jacket off and I kind of just throw it over my shoulder.
All right. You're sitting there. You got your beer.
Yep.
And you hear a knock at the door. The front door, the door to the bar, the one that's open and has the open sign.
There's a knock on the door
Mhm.
from the outside to an unlocked door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I turn and look. Is it a glass door? Can I see through it?
They don't have like floor to ceiling glass. They don't have that much glass, especially in this poor areas.
Okay.
I mean, there is a sort of one of those diamond windows,
there.
but it's all like
Right.
the bottle glass cheap
okay.
thing. There's somebody standing there, that's for sure.
Come in.
Reggie, you hear someone say, "Come in,"
Oh, okay.
when you knock on the door.
I recognize the voice.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in just nonchalant. Unc, what the hell are you doing here?
Getting a drink.
Why didn't you let any of us know you were coming here? You know how dangerous it is? By yourself?
Well, apparently I'm the only one here.
What are you drinking?
I don't know whatever this shit is.
I sat down next to him.
It's some apple flavored shit.
I take a sip. It's not too bad.
Tastes like they pissed in it, so step up from what you usually drink. It's Django.
Yeah, I turned around and everybody left. So I think I've been made.
Did you pass gas again? Is that what happened?
He thinks about it. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I am starting to lose control.
I'm pretty sure that smell would have lingered. But I'm so used to it now, I don't even know if I'd have noticed.
You hear at the front door, you hear ka-chunk, 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 and you see by the door frame, you see these big lag bolts go punk, 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 like spray fucking splinters everywhere.
I grab Treacle and I jump
You
behind the bar.
smell smoke, and then you hear ka-chunk. Whoop! Just spit it. It's an apple day, man. It's an apple, my fucking self. You hear the same thing in
You should
back.
drink your apples. That's
I
what you
should drink my apples. Go better on my shirt. You hear this ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk from back, and you smell smoke, and then there's black smoke coming out of the kitchen.
Oh. Okay.
All right, I look over at Reggie and I go, these motherfuckers light their own place on fire because they don't like us.
They're not very business savvy. They got to fix this fucking place. All right. I'm going to have to make a fucking hole in a wall or something.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, grab some of that good hooch behind the
There ain't no good hooch here.
Yeah, grab what you can. I want something out of this. Plus, I promised Book I'd bring him something.
Do they have any bottled liquor?
Make a fortune roll. I don't give a fuck what, but make a fortune roll.
If nothing else, at the bar, they probably have a cash register.
A 3.
A 3, huh? So a 3 is a bad outcome, poor effect. Yeah, you find the best fucking booze you ever thought you'd find. I mean, it's got dust on it. It's amazing. This shit is probably worth a fortune.
And I owe that to Booker, so don't take too much.
No, here, you can have it.
Yeah, all right. I put it in my jacket, and
Just don't butt chug it.
I take my hand out of the jacket. I had brass knuckles on, ready to like fight somebody. So I'm put those like in my back pocket or something. All right, take my coat. Hold on a second.
I'll put it over my head, like you're supposed to in a fire.
Yeah, get low.
Yeah.
I like take a 3-star stance. I'm ready to just like
Right.
run through the wall. I'm gonna try and break through.
Jack, you're standing at Booker's checkpoint, in line, waiting to go through. Normally, you don't stand in line. You don't have to. If actually somebody tried to let you go forward, your mind is just elsewhere right now.
Right.
You're thinking about something else. You see a line, you get in line. Blah blah. Booker sees he can't fucking miss Jack. Is standing very politely in line. Looks a bit distant.
Fine day for a stroll. Papers.
There's here.
Oh, very good.
He hands you a receipt.
Purpose of your visit? Outstanding. Write that down, Mayberry. stamps the back of your receipt, hands it back to you, and says, "Jolly good day."
All of a sudden,
Pleasure doing business with you.
Janny comes running up like a rocket, right? Yanni insists their names.
Oi, no running.
I'm not a
Slow it down there. No need to hurry. Slow it
I
down.
should drink my apple and you fucking choked on
Yeah,
that.
dude. Like, you're gonna fucking die.
Eating an apple's really dangerous.
This is what you get for eating healthy.
I know, right? I should be drinking my apple beer.
Yeah.
So, Yanni almost runs into you. She almost trips over your cat. You're out of breath. You exchange the normal pleasantries.
I don't have my papers.
Well,
And you have
then you'll need to stand in the registration line.
you saw Reggie and Uncle Treacle go into a bar. Because you saw a whole bunch of the rollers go down the street. You decided to follow them. And you saw Reggie go into the bar, and then you saw them take this weird big fucking device thing. You don't even know. And chunk like big wooden beams across their own bar. And then you saw smoke. You saw smoke coming out of the building. Like they lit their own fucking building on fire. You know Reggie's in there.
It's on fire.
What's on fire?
Oh, the bar.
Oh,
It's on fire.
no need to worry yourself. Calm right down. If your paper's on fire, we'll suit you set up with a new one.
Reggie's in there. Reggie's
What?
in the bar.
What bar?
It's on fire.
He's on fire.
What bar? Grabs her by the shoulder. What bar?
It's on fire.
You've been drinking, Lassie. The shop's not on fire.
Isn't she like 10?
Yeah. Well, she's young.
Which bar?
It was, I don't know, it's called the Pig Pussy or something. Pig Pussy.
Bloody hell, we've got underage prostitution here. High fines for that. High fines,
This way.
indeed.
This way. It's a roller bar.
Following.
This way. And she, starts, holding her side and running.
It'll be triple when you finally come back.
Bring the cat. And the gun.
And the papers and the stamp.
And the stamp.
All right, so who's actually going to the Pink Pussy?
Booker is actually going, leaving Officer Maybury in charge of
Excellent. Yeah, the collection.
in charge of the point.
Yeah.
Jack rushing.
Yeah.
Not the stand.
No. That's the Lord's seal. Stop rubbing your ass on me.
Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
No extra XP for ass rubbing. All right, so
You sure?
very sure. So we said Big Garrett was at the.
Yeah.
So Big
when-
Garrett, you know what's going. Okay.
if he's aware that
Yeah.
if I'm aware as Big Garrett that the fire's going on, if Yanni is going to play a tune and run out to Booker, then I'm just going to go straight to that bar.
Yeah. You were like, Yanni, go check this out. You know what the fuck? She's gone, and she didn't come back.
So then I go check it out.
Right. So you go check it out.
Perfect.
And that's what you see. You see a bunch of, not the rollers, like the gang that, like you guys, right? Like there isn't a Jack or Proust or anybody equivalent of the role. You see basically their cohort and their henchmen
Right.
on the street. And you see what I described to Yanni. They bolted this door shut, and it looks like they set their own damn bar on fire.
Huh? Are there windows?
There are, but they're not big. They're small windows, right? They're the cheap bottled glass with the metal
Yeah,
between them and stuff. Yeah,
And the rollers are all there.
yeah.
I
Not,
mean, no, I shouldn't say that's
Yeah.
it's not the right way to characterize
right.
it.
There's a gang presence. Yes, the roller presence is there.
All
It
right.
looks like a bunch of their, basically a bunch of their heavies just kind of took some initiative. They saw an opportunity and took some initiative. Although you don't know, technically you don't exactly know why they're burning their own bar down. Maybe Yanni's in there? So what does Big Garrett do?
Well, Big Garrett's gonna rush to the door and try to, I guess, I don't have that skill either. Essentially, I want to try to fight my way through the door.
Okay, you're
Oh,
just
God.
taking the direct.
I hope we hit this door at the same time.
You're going to take the direct approach, basically through the rollers. Yeah, and they're going to try something. That's fine.
All right. Well, if they're going to try to fight me, then I
Well, no,
definitely.
you're going to surprise. They are not expecting a big, angry, methed up psychopath to hit them from behind and go through them. So you definitely have an advantage here. So why don't you make a fortune roll?
Gotcha.
Basically, when he makes contact is when you guys show up,
Gotcha.
and then when you say, "Okay, hold on to your ass, hunk."
All right. Well, then what? I do have a question though. What about our stress? Because I still
No. We're not doing a.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, we're not doing a thing with stress.
All right. So I only have a die for fortune. So here I come.
Well,
Right at the door.
okay. I forgot to.
Our cohorts.
Do you have any major advantages?
They
major
just
drawbacks?
they just get theirs.
Yeah,
back.
major advantage because they don't know I'm coming.
Right.
I'm building up a head of steam.
Exactly.
Cohorts wipe out their stress as soon as we're done playing them, right? Isn't that how that works?
The what?
The cohorts.
Yeah.
So
The
he doesn't
cohorts
have to
do
be-
Yeah.
I have a 4, which I presume is success with penalty.
It is success with penalty, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think that smashing into the door hurts like hell.
Yeah. So why don't you roll to see? This is you getting through the door. What are you guys doing? What's Yanni, Worth, and Booker doing? You show up and
We
you
both
see
hit the door.
Right. You see this sort of bowling.
This is a wreck, right?
No. This is just a fortune roll.
Oh, fortune roll.
Yeah. So it's 1d for each trait, whatever trait you're going to use,
That's actually good because that's
plus 1 for each advantage. Maybe drawback.
no.
That's a horrible roll that you just made.
horrible roll.
That's terrible. Bad outcome, poor effect. Bad outcome, poor effect. And I love you guys just hit the door at the exact same fucking time. You just hear this.
Oh my god, this thing is unmovable.
Right.
So you said the door they have like things bolted over
Yeah,
it?
like big wooden beams.
Okay. So when I come up, I see that. He slams
Yeah.
into it with all the
And there's like guys falling everywhere, but they're getting up and they are about to jump Big Garrett. And you kind of there's some birds going around your head. Right.
So I look at the front of the building.
Mhm.
Is it a wooden building? Is it a brick building?
Yeah, mix. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking the door's reinforced. The wall isn't reinforced, and I'm not to be trifled with.
You're not. This is a cheap fucking
I'm
bar. What is Booker doing?
Booker is setting up his rifle. And by setting up, I don't mean like assembling his rifle.
No, you mean sighting it
Yes,
down.
I-
And you're
yeah.
going to take someone's head off.
Well, actually, I want to take someone's foot off. But yes.
Oh well, either way.
Okay.
I was gonna go for a wall originally. It's just too good to pass up for us. Oh, hitting it at the
Right.
same time.
So
Right.
for advantage, you said it was a really shoddy built building.
It is cheap.
I'll take advantage for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's like paper.
6.
Hey, all right. So the fucking Kool-Aid man comes to you along. He's like,
Oh yeah, Reggie, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, get on out of here.
Mark, what are you doing here?
I'm holding my drink. I'm just getting a drink, damn it.
We got drinks at home. Get the fuck out of here.
he has this big goose egg forming on his forehead right now.
Yeah.
So does Big Garrett.
Hey, Reggie, they're getting ready to jump Garrett. We need to send a message.
Ah, shit. Yeah, we gotta get out there.
Say, I'm glad you came, Worth, because apparently Reggie couldn't
this
get
is Jack, not Worth.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you came.
Booker.
No,
Jack.
Oh, Jack. Okay, yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Glad you came, Jack, because Reggie couldn't get through a door.
Damn.
You hit the door? Because that's what Big Garrett was doing on the other side.
The one I couldn't move the fucking thing. Oh, God.
You guys kind of stumble your way out,
Nope.
and
I have a better idea. I'm
Yeah.
not shooting at somebody's foot.
You
The
gotta
device you're using,
yeah.
it's got to be powered by something.
There's only one thing that powers things in this.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, so unless there's like a pneumatic thing on or whatever, I'm shooting at that part of the device.
All right, you scope down. Take your breath. You're bitey, right? Bitey kind of.
But yeah, biters,
Biter?
I'm holding him back for the moment.
Oh no, he kind of purrs. You're in position. He knows what to do. Kind of purrs. That gives you that calm, right? And you're lining up. You think you see like the leader, right? Not the leader of the world, but the who's ever yelling the loudest for these dumbasses here. and you're going to take his ankle out, which is going to scare him and send him running.
Yeah.
And then, you don't sight with one eye, you sight with both eyes. And your eye that's open, you kind of refocus a little bit, and you're like, And you move over like 2 inches to the right.
5.
That is a mixed outcome limited effect. So you guys are coming out. You're ready. I mean, you're little kind of. You're ready to fight. You're ready to go. You're carrying Uncle out. You're getting up. You see all these guys like coming towards you, and you're picking yourself up like, oh yeah, it's go time. And then all of a sudden, there is this titanic explosion. Lightning just kind of goes. You are thrown bodily back into the door, smashing the door open this time. You guys come out of the hole and are blown back into the bar. There is a lot of dead people you just killed. I mean, people are picking up their arms. It's a smoking crater. You were kind of I don't know what Booker was expecting. You were maybe expecting, obviously taking out the guy who's holding it. But this thing is you don't work on the docks. You're a man of breeding. You're a man of intelligence.
Yeah,
This is just a tool those other people use. No, this is a big industrial, ship working tool device. And that somebody just ripped off the docks to do this thing. And it has a large power source. And you hit it, boom, it is just raining pieces of people and debris and cobblestones right now.
Outstanding. He is pleased.
Yes. Nice shot, sir.
Very good.
Can I do a flashback?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can do a flashback. You don't spend anything.
Oh, okay. So the flashback is Treacle is sitting in the candy shop, and he's writing a note, and it's to Gerald, the leader of the Rollers, saying, we need to sit down, we need to have a talk.
Right.
I'll meet you wherever you want me to. I'll come alone. And then flash back to me standing over whoever's alive and say, tell Gerald I came alone and you fuckers started this and this is what you get.
Absolutely. The guy's like,
No thumb.
no, yeah, his thumb is like in
Gerald
half.
has a fist.
Okay.
Spurting blood in the affirmative.
All right, then.
Excellent. Beautiful.
So much uncultured trash here. He takes out his ticket book. Unlicensed use of a heavy piece of construction equipment.
So you guys
Unlicensed operation
all of you guys
demolition.
come out of the bar.
Unscheduled
You're
demolition of the
coughing
building.
smoke. You've got
Insufficient fire escapes.
This motherfucker, untouched, unbruised, unbloody, not a piece of dirt on him, writing fucking tickets
To the
and
dead.
throwing them on dead people.
Weapons used for unlawful purpose.
The fight just got blasted out of everyone. Everyone is kind of like, all right, it's a draw.
Ears ringing, smelled smoke.
Right. Treacle looks at Jack and Reggie, and then over at what's the
Booker?
Yeah, Booker looks over at Booker and says, "Does he realize? Does that daft fucker realize he's ticketing dead people?"
I don't think he cares.
All these guys are yelling. They don't think they are, but they're yelling right now.
Right.
You're a daft fucker, Booker.
No, disturbing the peace.
Yeah, you got a ticket now.
Oh well.
It's not your first.
At least he wrote one for someone alive.
Now I've got to pay that shit.
Oh, boots.
Yeah, get what you can before the blue coats arrive.
Gotta shake a little bit of.
Shake a foot out.
Yeah, I have to shake a foot out.
Hey, they're cleaner than the ones I was in the sewer with.
That's
Good point.
very true.
I really like the idea that you just keep getting new boots.
Keep trading up.
He saves so much money. You're not having to buy new boots.
I am disturbed that his lifestyle is so poor that taking a dead person's foot out of the boot is preferred to the booty head in the sewers.
I mean, he doesn't spend money on himself. He
Right.
spends it on
Whores.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the whores of the city have really nice shoes.
yeah.
Excellent
Well,
shoes.
and remember
Better for stepping on my balls.
when the rollers hit them to give me payback, I spent my money to help fix them.
So, you guys make your way back to your territory. So you got a job tomorrow.
I was trying to set up a peace between the rollers and us so they don't fuck with our shit while we're gone. I was supposed to meet Gerald alone in that place. We were supposed to hash things out. Clearly, he doesn't want peace.
Garrett, you have the knowledge, if you choose to inform them, that the Rollers' main crew, like your guys' level crew, left a day or two ago and just haven't seemed to come back. You're not sure where they are. But you were told to watch the base.
All
So
right.
that's what you
Well, then I definitely am gonna. I will recount that information to Uncle Treacle.
Why the fuck didn't you... How long have they been gone?
Couple days.
Couple days. Probably information I could have used a couple of fucking days ago.
Well,
You know what? He wasn't the only one watching them during that time. The whole batch of fuckers didn't tell us.
Is there anything else that you fuckers ain't telling me?
well, considering the concussion I just got from the explosion in that door,
No,
I don't think so.
you did that to yourself. Running into that fucking door, you did that shit to yourself.
No, that hurt. The explosion of the door is what really boggled my nugget. But no, I don't think there's anything else.
Yanni runs up to you and hands you a piece of paper, and then runs off. It's the report of the Rollers leaving.
I just throw it up in the air. Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you going to let her right in front of me, Chop?
This is my fucking place! Booker. Go play with your pussy.
Named Biter.
So, that's what you guys do to prep for this mission.
Basically nothing.
What's the
Basically get injured.
what's the deal with the high end hooch that we got?
Oh, yeah, that is literally a bet that their great grandfather had, that they could put a pickle in this bottle and see how long it would last.
So it's brine.
It's like a 200-year-old pickle brine. There's a pickle in there.
I give it to Booker.
Yeah, we did just hurt the rollers a bit because we killed and maimed several of them, and they just burnt down their own bar.
They would rather burn down their own bar than deal with us.
Pussies.
Right.
Should have just told us that. We'd have burned down their bar.
I don't know if Garrett wants to mention this or not, but technically it wasn't their bar because it was on the edge of their territory. Don't know if that's the right time or not. But.
No, I'm good.
This armor.
They burned down our bar.
Well, whoever those fuckers were, they're gonna rue the day they fucked with us.
They're already ruined. You hear it?
I heard it. They were fucking whining on
Charlie's a roller.
Was top shelf Rue.
All right. So what's the plan for tomorrow? Everybody ready to go? Where the fuck is Proust and Alexander?
Yeah, who knows? First of all, I don't keep tabs on Proust. That's your job. As far as Alex goes, I haven't seen him.
Garrett, you seen him?
I think Alex went to go talk to Proust. I think he went to the hospital.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Why is no one telling us shit, Jackie?
I don't know. Nobody ever tells me anything.
Yanni runs up to you and hands you a piece of paper.
I look at the paper.
It says that Proust and Alex went to the bar, or went to the hospital.
Apparently, Proust and Alex went to the hospital.
That little fucker's like 2 hours late for everything, isn't she?
Well, I mean,
You're a good girl. I pat it.
The key to good management is communication, and well, leadership comes from the top, Treacle.
Oh, so you're saying you want to take charge?
No, what I'm saying is that information goes both ways. Maybe people are butthurt that you don't tell them enough, so they don't talk to you, or maybe we need a little bit more encouragement to communicate with you. Maybe we're scared to talk to you. You ever have a
Oh, you're saying that I'm not fucking
approachable? Your door is often closed.
I'm sorry to offend your lily fucking your feelings.
I'm just saying, if it was easier to come talk to you, maybe you'd have more information sooner.
My toilet paper's a little too rough for you, is what you're saying, right?
Hey, BG. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself, please.
This fucking guy.
For me, please, just stop. I usually talk very highly of you. You're ruining that.
Motherfucker tries to go through a goddamn door with his head.
Nah, he just, you know what? After the explosion and us apparently running into each other, he's just a little concussed. He's not all there. Just give him, it's exciting time.
Garrett, we're gonna get you a helmet.
Maybe a thank you and feeling once in a while would be all right.
Thank you, Garrett, for coming to my rescue. What can I do to make you feel better?
Garrett, what are you doing, man?
That was really Jack, not me. I mean, that's Jack.
So you want
About time someone noticed.
So you're advocating for Jack now.
Jack, this guy's fucking killing me.
He's making us all look bad.
God.
All right, but Garrett, I appreciate it. What you do? Say, have you ever considered enrolling in the Blue Coat Explorer program?
Oh, no, I'm not that corrupt.
Fair.
Look, here's your booze. I just throw the bottle at him. Toss it.
Okay, he takes it. I don't know what the hell he's going to do with it, but he takes it.
Hopefully not drink it.
Hopefully drink it. I want to...
Garrett, I like your moxie. All right? So, while I'm gone, and while we're gone, you're in charge.
Oh.
Hey!
Don't fuck it up.
Bigger, you think you hear us from the candy shop.
Thanks, Uncle Trigo. I appreciate that.
I slap Garrett on the back. Yeah. Hey, take care of the place.
Dog, Jesus, for the love of Christ. He won't stop licking my feet. What are you molesting me? I'm not into that. Only one dog gets to lick my feet, and that's my little Charles.
Ew.
Isn't that
Little Charles.
That's Big Charles.
Big Charles?
Big Charles wants some
Oh my
feet.
god.
That makes a lot of sense. This cup. Yeah.
Are we going to have to do a second cohort gang where it's like pets of the gang?
Big Charles.
What would Reggie have
Yes.
as a pet? Though?
Now, I absolutely
Boxing orangutan.
want to do a homeward bound fucking Doskvol, Blades in the Dark.
Dogs in the
gang.
dark.
I'm telling you,
No.
cats,
Howls in the
dogs,
dark.
just all of it.
Howls in the dark.
Yeah, I love it.
I would have played the spider robot that my last character had.
Nice. So,
Yeah, Alex is getting whatever gear he can take that does not require that basically isn't contraband. So if it's on my list of equipment and you're like, hey, and I go to use it and you tell me, hey, that's contraband, then I would not have brought it.
sure.
With the exception of my pistols.
I want to ask. So the ghost fighter, obviously, that's meant to fight ghosts, but
Right.
is that also something that's going to harm demons more than
You may imbue your hands, melee weapons, or tools with spirit energy,
You gain
potency in combat
Or supernatural.
versus supernatural.
So yeah, the big demons.
Yeah, it's a
You may
supernatural knockout.
grapple with spirits to restrain and capture them. I would say, you can punch and fight them. I'm not going to hang too much on this. If you can punch a demon, you can also grapple them.
I don't think that
Well, this makes more sense for because they're
incorporeal.
yeah. You can't touch them,
Right.
but I can.
You can with these hands. That's right. Touch them all over their ghost bodies.
Now you're making it weird.
Not even close.
I could go much further.
All right. So,
All right. So, and the last thing I do is I talk to Mabel,
Mhm.
and I say, While I'm gone, Big Garrett's in charge. You know what that means.
Yes, I know what that means.
All right.
I mean, yeah, of the candy shop, right?
Yes.
Does he?
Just don't make him cry.
She looks at you and she's like,
Excuse me.
Goddamn, Mabel.
Treacle every day.
No, I understand. Puts her finger to her nose.
That's our secret language.
She's a good protege.
she looks at you and she's like, I'll take care of the books on the shop.
What I want.
Did you eat dairy or something? Are you lactose intolerant?
Oh no, I'm not actually. I eat dairy every day.
Maybe you
That's
should
not
cut
what
back.
makes me fart. No, it's not what makes me fart. I eat
Stop
stuff.
banning it! Stop it!
You were just saying you couldn't smell it. Well, here you go.
I don't want any help! Please! Wayne, please! Wayne,
No.
I respect what you do for us.
That's right. You are the shield.
You're the first line of defense.
No, what I say is, while I'm gone, while we're gone, we need information. We need to know where those fuckers, where they live, where they breathe, where they fuck. Because we're gonna put
shitter?
we're gonna put some into the end of this shit.
She looks at you and she goes, well, gee, Unc, I'm just the shop sweep.
Then they all listen to you. You make sure that they do it right. Make sure Big Garrett doesn't fuck up.
She looks at you, she kind of nods.
To be fair, Big Garrett came off as a big bitch.
He's a sensitive soul.
He
And
is.
He seems thick-skinned.
I mean, Reggie is too,
It
but
hurts that his friends never stood downwind.
I mean, Reggie's sensitive too, but he ain't no pussy. Big Garrett.
I got downhearted every time that I.
Bring me something back, Unc.
Syphilis.
Good God.
I'll bring you back a good man. How about that?
Oh, God. Just stay there
Did
then.
Reggie hear that? Because he's going to cry.
While they're having that conversation, Jack's like, hey, Reggie, we're traveling somewhere we've never been.
Yeah.
You can buy her something nice. Something she's never seen before.
Oh, yeah.
That they don't have here.
I've been saving up coin. Maybe I should,
Win her
get
over.
something. Yeah. Good thing, Jackie. I go get my piggy bank.
You smash it and a moth comes out. Aw. All right. Does anybody have anything else?
Nope.
All right. So the day of, and that's game.
No.
Uh,
I was like, it's not that late. No way.
no, it's 9:30.
Okay.
So I assume everyone is playing the crew.
Yeah, no, my partner. Yeah, I'm playing Alex for sure.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I should turn that back around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I for sure am playing Alex.
Yep. All right. So
'Cause he wants butt stuff.
Alice or the dog?
Yes.
well, we know what the dog's into: feet and underarms. Okay, so you guys show up at done.
I don't know what has him so wound up tonight.
His perverse sexual
Charlie,
kinks
come
is
here.
what has him
Lay
wound
down.
up.
Charlie, lay down.
His
Come on.
predilection for Toshi.
Lay down.
He's like, I just like some toe jam.
It's got the blood scent.
You know, for somebody who doesn't like voices, you're actually really good at them sometimes.
Thanks, man.
I can see you doing like an old-timey like radio announcer guy for a game.
Now the thing is that as much as I talk about how I hate them, I do them sometimes.
All right, you guys show up at the central station. This thing is kind of in the middle of the city. Don't bother looking on the map of the book because it's not there. But there's a Grand Central Station. Basically, it is. It's a train station. It sits. You guys approach it from the streets. You've seen it before. Maybe you've been in here as kids or something, or have met someone, but I don't think anyone here has actually been outside the city.
Is it?
By sea, but
By sea,
but
yeah.
not by train.
Is it nice? Is it dilapidated? Is it somewhere in between? Is it like St. Louis where there are shit areas and great areas?
No, it is. It is very nice. So you have the city. This area of the city is about 3, 4, 5-story tall buildings, some 6-story tall buildings, right? So, and it is a rather nice part of town, but not so nice that it's off limits, right? And guarded heavily, but it is it's in a nicer part of town, and the station sits up on giant pillars made of iron, like the Eiffel Tower has the sort of cross beam iron sort of ironwork that goes up and holds up. Same thing for this station, although they don't arc into the middle. They sit on 4 corners. There's about 6 pillars holding up this giant iron platform. This is think of it, a large Victorian ironwork structure that's iron and glass.
So the rails are elevated?
The rails are elevated. They go above.
So it's like the tram line, like if you go to Chicago or something, it's above the street level.
Yeah, except it doesn't snake through the cities. What it does is it kind of jets out in a direct fashion on a couple of lines toward the walls and out. Because it doesn't service the city, right? It doesn't have stops to pick people up. Think of it, this is like an international airport.
Right.
You get on and you don't take the airport or the airplane
You're flying
downtown.
from New York to London. You're not going from Manhattan to Brooklyn.
Exactly.
Right.
Is it one track between, or are there 2 side by side? So is it possible we'll see a train going the other way when we're
That's an excellent question. So in the station itself, you have to take these iron elevators up. And again, think sort of Victorian ironwork. Yeah, the big flywheels are turning and stuff. And the whole thing is lit by this blue electrophasmic lights. They have these large lights that you can see from inside of the structure. The structure is glass, is iron and glass. And so it's like this blue electric jewel sort of in the middle of the city.
ain't this place swanky?
So
It's all right. Don't touch nothing.
It's going to seem like a non sequitur, but is the afterlife, is it a thing that we accept? They're demons, so is hell a place?
Not anymore.
Yeah, there used to be an afterlife. There's no more.
yeah.
So for all the secrets of the dead and from hell, all that stuff just came to Earth.
Yeah, the literal thing is in the apocalypse that would destroy the world and destroy everyone, the door between life and death was not only blasted open, blasted apart.
I am making the biggest meat grinder to hold babies. It is going to be, I'm telling you, it is going to be amazing. We are going to grind up so many infants.
That's super weird.
No, I'm down.
So
We're going to play cornhole and throw them into opposing meat grinders. Rah!
So you're on an elevator. Yes, thank you. And the elevators are going up, right? And then they got the old where one goes up, one goes down sort of thing. They have a couple of banks of these. And you guys go up, and the station does not sit above the city, right? There's actually like a hill that goes up, and there's the Emperor's Palace, and this is off in the distance sort of thing. And, there's the Academy over yonder and stuff, and this is not the highest point in the city. This is just the highest point in this neighborhood. And then the train lines cut through. So there are a couple of different lines that come into the city from different places. What is it called? Skovland is one of them. Takarios, the Dagger Islands. Actually, Doskvol is sort of a central point. That it is the New York. It's the London. It is the metropolitan, cosmopolitan, also trade center. Power is the power of Rome sort of thing that projects its power everywhere. And these trains, these electro trains, are up on platforms. They are elevated tracks. They do not go along the ground when they leave the city. They're on elevated tracks. And that you also know that the trains go into the water and across the water, and they're elevated up out of the water. They on huge pylons that sink into the ocean floor as they leave the continent to go to different continents. It is a marvel of engineering. It is second only to the great electrophasmic shields that surround, or not shields, they're not shields, they're energy barriers. They don't stop anything, they just annihilate anything that touches them. And that's what keeps the monsters and the ghosts out. And so there are trains coming and going. There are multiple tracks. You can almost, if you have a good sense of geography, like Alexander does because he's educated, you have a good sense of geography. Each of the different train lines that go to Karios or Skovland or anything like that, you can say, well, Skovland is northwest, so that is the northwest track. It's pointed almost a direct line straight to Skovland as it goes through geography. Same thing for Karios and all the rest as well. There's also a train line that goes all the way around Akaros as well, and then loops back around to Doskvol. Because there are other cities in Akaros other than Doskvol. They're just smaller cities that have shields and that sort of thing as well. So, you guys go up and you are inside of this train platform, this just giant blue glass jewel with these arcing roof and walls and stuff, and big, great iron beams that cross over and hold all of this up, and huge chandeliers. There's this huge platform with all of these different lines of trains kind of coming in. It looks like chaos, but it is being orchestrated by the rail engineers. It's like a ballet. There are multiple hundreds of people coming and going. They move cargo in and out. You guys are on the passenger side, so the other side away from the passengers where mainly cargo trains are. They unload the cargo trains, but even the passenger trains carry cargo between the different cities. So on your train there will be cargo lines, but you're mainly a passenger one. So you guys are there. There are stalls and shops, food, restaurants, that sort of thing. All sorts of all the way down from lower working class type stuff all the way up to high-end cafes, and you've actually been here plenty of times.
Right.
There is
The best biscotti.
so all of these train lines converge into different lines and different platforms that service them and stuff. And the different platforms are of different widths, so the cargo ones have big ones and loaders and stuff and that sort of thing. And over all of these is these iron steps you go up and a sort of bridge platform that goes over all the tracks and down to the other side that people walk on. And then there are stairs that go down onto each of the platform and signs, iron signs with wooden things that people, railroad people, you guys, come out and it's like, okay, this is train, all the trains have names and stuff. It's like, this is the Evergreen train and it's going to Karios, and this is the Queen's Express and it's going to Skovland or something like that. And then there's a giant board. All of this is done by hand. And you know that they could actually not automate. Well, actually, they could automate it depending on how deep they want to get. But they could have machines kind of do this, do the signs and the scheduling. They don't. There is a sort of faction, not a gang, but a sort of faction that runs the rail lines. And
So it's just like the real world.
it's just like the real world, yeah. And it's you can call it a guild or a union or whatever you want to call it, but it's like there are not competing railroads and rail lines. It is, even in other countries, it is the rail engineers run the whole thing to them. And if another country wants to start a rail line, well, they're not going to have the power, technology, and money to build it like the Arcosians can. And basically, if anything like that even came up, well,
you know how to deal with things like that. So do these people.
Yeah, we have something more powerful in a gang. It's all these rules that are written down on paper that are called laws. And we pay the people who make those rules. So essentially, the rules are a weapon that we get to hit you with. Yeah.
Right. And if you don't follow them, the Doskvol's army is bigger than anyone else. Recently, Skovland decided to test that, and they were severely punished for it. And the war is over. War's been over for about a year, and there is a lot of bad feelings, which is good for you guys because you're not going to Skovland. You're going away from Skovland. So there are also the usual pickpockets, gutter snipes, beggars, scammers, whatever. One or two come up to you guys to, make a, they don't want you to feel insulted that, you're getting ignored. But yeah, you grab a kid, say, with his hand in your pocket and just say, nope, and kind of shove them away. You're not rubes. So,
I'm giving them the address to the gym.
To the gym, yeah. He's like, yeah, thanks.
Like your style, kid.
Yeah, I like your wallet better. If it had money in it.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off, kid. I kick him in the pants.
Hey, I'll tell my daddy. And he looks at Uncle Treacle.
You don't know your dad.
The wallet that's out there that has no money, that's the show wallet.
Yeah,
we
right.
keep our money in our socks. And the show wallet's there for people to grab.
Oh, no, keep your money. Oh. But, yeah. So, you guys, you're meeting Callum in a cafe, not a super high-end one, just like normal 15th best biscotti or something like that.
That's not even worth it.
No.
Biscotti's not that good to begin with.
Yeah, Callum's there, and he's like stirring his coffee with a biscotti, and then he throws it in the trash. And
It's a stir steak, right?
right. So you guys go and meet Callum at this cafe, and it is not like meeting Lard at a cafe. It's no one runs this place. The railroad engineers run this place, and they don't really have a standing fighting force like a gang or anything, because if the railroads get shut down, that's bad news for everybody. That's how the food comes into the city. That's how the fuel, that's how the trade happens. Sure, somebody tries some shit sometimes, and there's another faction here as well that is very, shall we say, not as dangerous as that, but also that makes people think twice before causing problems. Now, that's not to say that dastardly deeds don't happen here. In fact, if you guys were playing the smuggler gang, you would probably be in this area all the time, running stuff, bribery, corruption, smuggling, all that sort of stuff. But that is not your guys' forte. But the faction here that does actually make it physically dangerous to do violence here are something you guys all know in here, are the railjacks. And the railjacks use they're not armor, right? They're not armor like the tall boys have armor, but they wear these packs on the back, and they have think of them as like strength and speed assist suits that run up and down their arms, and like they get into it and they strap themselves in, and they have
an exoskeleton.
Yeah, sort of a Victorian steampunky exoskeleton thing. And then they have a variety of sort of esoteric weapons. Some of them have like magical, like you could literally, from a foreign land, crazy magical weapon. Some of them have like insane science type weapons and stuff. And they are looked at as like you'd look at a sports hero, right? There's no sports in here, in this city.
They're just like, they're idols.
They're idols, yeah, because they are brashly brave. They do an absolutely necessary job, and they're just like looked at as, the heavy cavalry of a certain era, or the grenadiers of a certain era, or something like that. And, the gladiators or whatever. They make people swoon when they see them. People want their autograph. Penny dreadfuls are written about them in highly fictitious accounts, because these guys literally when something attacks the train, they run out and are on the outside of the train fighting off monsters with a variety of weapons. And they only keep 2 to 3 of them on a train, depending on its size. The largest train only has 3, and that's just for coverage. These guys are legitimately badass.
They're like Space Marines.
I was gonna say they're
Yeah.
like Grey Knights.
Yeah, they're like that, only without the angst and the grimdark. Like, imagine if Grey Knights came out and took their helmet off, and people are throwing their panties at them. You know, it's like coming.
Very small pair of panties hits their incredibly large, mutated
Right.
face.
Yeah, and don't think of these guys as like 10. I mean, if you idolize them, yeah, these guys are 10 foot tall and amazing. No, they are people just like you, but they have a certain amount of equipment, a certain amount of training, a certain amount of
They break people's bones one punch at a time, just like the rest of us.
Yep. And they have
They're nothing.
they have a.
Do you have a trading card? These guys have trading cards.
What the fuck I need a trading card for? Who the fuck is trading cards?
Kids. What? For money. With their fucking pictures on it. Drawn on it.
Cards are for poker. What the fuck? How the fuck you play poker
When
with
I was a
trading
kid, I
cards?
played poker with cards.
What the fuck?
Hey, I'm telling you, these kids today.
Look at them though. Look at what they're wearing. They gotta wear all that shit to fight stuff. Fuck them. Fucking pussies. Fuck them.
Alright.
Yeah, fuck them. So,
Take that shit off. Fight me. Fight me for real.
with these guys, they're not like hanging out, right? But you know, a train is about ready to leave, and you'll see a couple come out of an area that's.
Do they have like a code or something? They're like Jedi where they don't really fuck with people. They just 100% do their job and that's it.
No. Don't think of them as like Grey Knight, Terminator, For the Emperor sorts of guys. Think of them as like ostentatious gladiators, right? And
So it's like a thrill for them almost.
I mean, it certainly is the pay.
Yeah.
And their mortality rate is worse than a gang.
I want to become
They-
a real Jack now.
See, now I want a radio thing. I want to make a radio so I'm like, oh, and here comes Slater Kane. He's back from the latest mission at Alcohol. So, you know.
These people are seen as, dashing, heroic, blah blah blah, and yeah, the people who do this have their strength is that they have an unnatural absence of fear for some reason.
That's because they ain't met us.
Jackie, that's us. We could be real Jacks. We ain't scared of nothing. Especially not these pussies.
Well, especially when Dr. Proust and I remove your ability to process fear.
Oh yeah, I forgot Dr. Proust
You
existed.
can do that?
Dr. Proust.
I forgot Dr. Proust existed, Alex. Thank you. No, we are afraid of one thing. All right.
Well, if anything should be appropriately feared. Dude's creepy as shit.
Yeah. Can you really do that?
I don't
Take
think so.
someone's fear away?
Well, temporarily with drugs.
Oh yeah, we got that. Yeah.
So you guys,
Or a lot of introspection.
yeah, you guys are having this conversation as you head on to the cafe. This is a pretty sizable, large area. I mean, it's like Grand Central Station in New York. The same amount of people and the vastness of it and that sort of thing. Probably even a bit bigger because it's also their main freight line too, not just moving people around. So you guys go over to this area along the side. It has these rows of shops and whatnot. And there is the cafe, and there is Callum. And he's sitting there. He's in a suit and drinking coffee, stirring with this 18 specific Bacardi that he throws over his head, or throws over his shoulder.
Sticks on somebody.
No.
Callum, you look like shit.
Why, thank you, sir.
Why did you choose this place?
Because I can't afford the 4 you have to pass to get to it. You don't pay me enough, Treacle. Maybe it's time for a raise.
Yeah, I'll give you a raise.
Is that
No, that's an innuendo.
So, what exactly have you done for a raise?
I have done something that none of you are willing to do.
and he takes a case and puts it on the thing.
Chico tried to get us
is-
to do that once before. Nah.
that is handcuffed to him.
Yeah, okay.
You gonna hit somebody with that?
Well, I hope not. I don't want to break the limbs.
No, so it's in there.
So it's handcuffed to his fist. That's
Yeah,
the natural one, or
his
robotic?
right hand is the robotic one.
Yep.
Although I'm sure someone who listened to this like 2 hours ago,
But he's got it hooked onto the flesh one.
The meat one.
as of right now,
You trying to lose another hand?
as of right now, the canon is Callum's right hand is robotic, his left hand is flesh. When we
Until
play
we say
again,
otherwise.
until we say otherwise in 2 weeks, when we completely forget this.
You know what? Gaming doesn't need a band hammer. It needs a retcon sound effect. You go, retcon.
Retcon.
And it's his right retcon.
What do you think that cuff's gonna do? You just cut your hand off.
Oh, don't say that. It's-
Jackie, this is the guy who wants to beam himself
have-
into like solid objects and shit.
You have a bad habit of losing your fucking hand. That's what Jackie's saying.
He doesn't think these things out.
No, apparently not.
Gentlemen, forgive me for, at risk of sounding condescending, you do understand the principle of closing your eyes in one location and then opening your eyes in the length of a blink, and you are in a completely different location, many, many, many miles away potentially.
Alex,
That's what
We wouldn't take a train to Tykeros. We would just
be in
Tykeros.
Alex,
However, I'm saying
you're my brother. You're my brother, right? We grew up together. We might as well came from the same womb. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're saying. All of this sounds dangerous. You don't even know if it's gonna fucking work. None of you have thought this shit out. Jackie put holes in your fucking entire idea.
Yeah, what does that tell you about it?
I was about to offer you some.
I didn't want to
coffee,
bring this up
obviously,
again,
don't
but
get
you
it.
know what? I'm a little flustered now. I feel attacked.
Why don't you go take a walk?
What did you do to your head? Do you want me to take a look at that?
I don't know what you do to your hand. I grabbed your good hand and I crushed the shit out of it. I don't break it, but I'm.
My good hand. Like, said, do we have a secret handshake?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that was
Oh.
it. Don't be a prick. I pushed him a little bit. I'm gonna go get a coffee or something. Anybody want anything?
Decaf for you.
we couldn't do.
Anybody else want anything?
We could do one better. We could all have mechanical hands, and then they could link up in a way. And so, if you don't have the right type of mechanical hand that was fashioned by us, then you're definitely not.
You could also hit a switch that makes it just fucking vibrate super fast.
You want to see something cool? Watch this. And he holds his hand out, and all of his fingers bend all the way back.
Oh,
like that.
God!
On the mechanical one.
Can you make a fist?
Like,
No, I mean the other direction,
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
backwards.
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing!
It's
It's
like
not even a real
Rakshasa.
fucking hand. That's gross.
The hand goes.
I mean, Alex actually genuinely smiles.
I think they, Jackie, don't they call that around the world or something like that? Yeah, give me a goat's milk latte.
Yeah, I got you.
Try the ginseng tea. It'll settle. It'll settle.
Yeah, he's got a sensitive stomach.
Oh God. I walk away. I go get. I go get.
Well, we're waiting for you to come back. It's the awkward silence. So, how's the weather? So, I'm sure you're aware. The rollers are here.
What?
Yeah, the rollers are here. Don't you have a network?
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
People watching.
Yeah, they're watching where they were.
Jamie runs up to you. And
You son of a bitch.
Where they at?
Oddly, they are at a train that is. They're on oddly, they're on a platform that isn't our train.
Where are they going?
According to the sign, they're going to Takarios. To answer your earlier question of the multiple tracks thing, yes, there are multiple tracks. 2 to 3 tracks next to each other, and it is not an A-B track, right? It's not a one goes one way, one. It is.
They're like way further away from each other.
Yeah, and you could have trains going side by side or cross or whatever, and it's all orchestrated, right? Accents rarely happen.
So they're not taking the same train, but they're going the same place.
Somebody fucking talked.
And probably before we get there.
Actually, oddly, no. We will get there far in advance, almost half a day in
They're going to
advance.
try and steal our ship. We're going to get it, and they're going to try and steal it from us.
I don't know how they're going to do that. They're going to be a half day behind us, according to the schedule.
I mean, they already tried to steal it once. I don't see why they wouldn't. I come back, I have like 5 cups in my hand.
Maybe we
Set an
send one
ambush
on.
for them when they get there.
There you go, Jackie. I got you something. I knew you needed it.
Make sure Alexander's doesn't have that goddamn milk in it.
Oh, yeah, I got you tea with cream and sugar just like you like it. Sorry, young. Proust, I got you.
You're sharing a fucking bunk with him.
Proust, I got you a water. I don't know what the fuck you like.
He turns it into wine.
Well, it's red anyway.
Oh man.
There you go. Drink up.
It has a little slice of lemon.
That's good, yeah. He says nothing about it. He's very businesslike.
I did get. What is this kid name?
Oh.
Was what?
The character's name?
Callum.
The one you're
Callum, yeah.
I do get Callum something
Oh,
good.
thank you. I
Feed
appreciate
me
it.
roasted garlic,
Yeah.
all peel paint.
Reggie, it's not true what they say about you. Just don't listen to them.
Yeah, no one says shit.
No, yes it is. It's like a baby's arm.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard the rumors. But...
Holding a skull.
Rumors. It's more like legend.
It's got 2 elbows, though.
For her pleasure.
Well, I heard the second elbow when they came after the whorehouse visit.
Guys, come on now. Jeez. It's not that big. I adjust near my lower thigh.
All right, so they're going to be there a day and a half.
No, we will beat them by a half day according to the schedule.
Do you know where that train is? It going to the same station? Is it?
Yep, there's
Vaqueros
only the
has
one station.
One station.
What's the likelihood that it's just a coincidence?
It's
I'm kidding.
it's a midpoint. This is where we'll stop, but they're not. We will leave midpoint basically well before they get there. I mean,
Why do they even want this thing? I get we have this whole supernatural teleport me somewhere bullshit going on, but what the fuck do they need it for?
well, they don't know about any of that.
That's
Unless
what I'm
any of you
saying.
talked,
No.
and you hate
Why
it.
would I talk to them?
I know, all right, but I don't know.
Well, maybe.
I mean, your spy network should know, right? You knew exactly where they were.
Is it possibly coincidentally payback for?
what?
He's sitting
Well,
there next to you. One of his fingers
Didn't
rotating
Booker
like this,
didn't Booker
and then the other one's
shoot
rotating like that.
some?
I'm just kinda like- I'm like-
That was last
Grossly
night. That was last night. There's no way they
Just
booked,
like
they
it's like
booked
a
passage.
train wreck. It's already.
You
How's that?
want to look away so
You don't think it's? I mean, if
Trying
it's
to
not
get used
possible,
to
it's not possible.
right?
I don't know. How possible is it that they booked passage on this later train after events that happened last night?
Like, can you walk in and just buy a ticket?
Are you asking me or Cal?
I'm asking
Cal.
the game master.
The game master, can you just walk in and buy? Yeah, we're gonna go old timey, right? You don't even have to buy a ticket. You can just say, the ticket. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's your money.
Well, we know they've been missing too, or not
Or you buy
missing,
it.
but they haven't been like in their territory.
Yeah, so
Right.
maybe they've been playing. And now you've got me super paranoid, Uncle Treacle.
Finally.
Now I'm super paranoid.
Alex, you're so smart. I don't know why you don't think of these things.
No, I'm sure they know whatever we're going there to do is going to be something
Because
that's going to make them money if they jump us when we try to get back
That's
on
because
the train.
they're a bunch of fucking scabs.
The cowards. Yeah.
Yes, the scallywags.
what if they're remarkably clever planners and they're going to use that? They're going to use that time that they're lagging behind us to stay at the halfway point and prepare an ambush for us. At
Catch
the
us when
halfway
we
point
come back.
We're gonna beat them to the halfway.
Holy shit! Isn't that like a
You're right.
terrible
We're going to
idea?
beat them to the halfway point, and we're going to beat them to Takeros, and we're going to beat them to get the thing, and then we're going to come back to the halfway point, which they never left, and they're going to whoop our asses. Take the thing, and then go back.
There is.
Oh,
there-
they can't whoop our asses.
we
there's
got it.
The flaw in your plan right there.
Well, I mean, if you think that's what's going to happen, we could just book passage and go through Dagger Isles. I mean, it will add a week onto our trip, but we'll.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't.
Or-
I don't want to go there.
We could accept the fact that we can't change it, and accept the fact that no plan survives its first encounter with the enemy, and we just go about our business. And when they screw with us, Reggie and Jack kill them.
That's really good, Alexander. Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Yes. This is a plan that Jackie and I already had.
I still think we just set up an ambush for them when they get off the train a half day after we're already
You
there.
could always just pay somebody to beat their ass when they get
Well,
there.
now
Yeah.
that
I mean,
we could pay a demon.
Why don't we plant something on them? Get them in trouble.
At midpoint? I mean,
No.
there's probably demons here right now.
No, at Takaros.
Oh, there's lots of demons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We pay one of them. Find a poor demon.
They
A poor demon's still going to be strong.
Do they make those?
When you get off the train, Takaros, there's a full demon there, and they put a lay of ears over you.
Exactly. We find a
Hello?
pay them.
And it talks back.
It's very fisty.
I don't think, Doc, I don't think you're too keen on us hiring any of the locals to do that, right?
Actually, Doc, you've been pretty quiet this whole time.
Did you not sleep?
Are you okay, Doc?
There's
Are you allergic to citrus?
no point in speaking when there's not much to say.
All right.
I've never found that to be true.
Silence doesn't scare me.
I'm afraid to ask what scares you, so we'll just leave it at that.
proctology.
Proctology.
I mean, are you gonna be cool? I know you're not like the biggest fan of
Demons.
what was the lame ass name they go by?
Oh,
Stranger. You got stranger danger.
Yeah.
God,
Demos.
strangest. No, that's the that's the name of the people.
Yeah.
Takiros,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the Takarison.
It's pretty crap.
Yeah. Fail, John Harper. Fail.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, he was not raised by an old Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
Right.
He wasn't raised by someone steeped in the culture.
Yeah. He wasn't raised by someone straight out of Gran Turismo. Or Gran Torino?
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, I'm sorry.
Phenomenal movie.
Yeah, Gran Torino.
God, I love that movie.
I was trying to figure out what a racing game
Racing
would have
game,
to do with
yeah.
it.
Yeah, Gran Torino, not Turismo, my bad.
I was trying to think, is there something that the Asian girl mascot did that I don't know about?
Yes.
It was
Lots of things.
downloadable content.
It was a Pornhub exclusive.
Is that a thing?
Oh, come on. Of course.
It should be. All right. Well, there's not, like Alexander said, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. So we could set something up at the waypoint. We could set something up.
Yeah.
Both places really. I mean, nothing's stopping us.
At least pay someone to watch them.
Yeah, I mean, certainly proceed with caution.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you've had someone watching them the whole time, so obviously.
Pay somebody that'll actually give us an answer.
My
to watch
fucking
it.
head hurts. My fucking head hurts right now.
Hey,
That's all the methane.
Yanni's a good girl. Leave her alone.
It's because there's no fucking oxygen in this place.
Yanni's a good girl. She's
What?
not the quickest.
She's fucking worthless.
I mean, no.
Why are you always defending her?
What are you talking
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking sicko.
about? Oh, what the fuck? No. She's like 12.
You have any drugs that could make her like not get tired so easily?
I do.
I do. You do.
Okay.
Rage potions.
Yeah, but that's not good for giving messages.
Yeah, it is.
Not the kind of messages that we want her to give.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
We'll talk about drugging the girl later.
What the fuck? How do we get the... What the fuck?
You know what you're talking about?
I just walk away. I sip my black coffee and just walk on.
You have a very interesting gang.
Yeah.
Very different from
I
the
know.
Red Sashes.
Yeah, really?
Extremely.
How would they conduct a meeting such as this?
They wouldn't. Like, not here anyway.
Where would they go?
They don't suck off lard and tell them how good his
Oh,
fucking
you mean the
biscotti
abject
is.
dysfunction?
Well, yeah, that.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
for sure.
certainly
it's,
there is.
it's palpable.
Yeah.
no, it's
Not to say that the Sashes are
The what?
perfect.
I function just fine.
It-
What are you talking about?
Talk about function.
There is a certain.
Now I really feel like that Callum and Alex are having a conversation
Yeah.
the others don't understand.
It sounds like you're speaking in hieroglyphics.
I mean, it all has to do with geopolitics and the Eruvians.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't get that pretentious. I'm not. I mean, I'm well read, but I'm not educated.
Oh,
Alex, I don't know what
I'm
the
like
fuck.
me in the real world. Well read, but not educated.
you're not missing anything.
I don't know what the fuck happened to Alex when he was gone, but
The
he's not nearly as
Eruvians-
fun as he used to be.
The Eruvians have an embassy here. The Eruvians also do a cultural exchange. They They start a sword school. Sword school is run by the military. I mean, it's not actual military, but there's a certain crossover of people in there. Certain members of the intelligence community in the Eruvians and their sword school, and it's a gang forms, but a gang around discipline and sort of.
Yeah, I heard about those guys. Aren't they the ones with like the fancy sashes and shit?
Yes, the Red Sashes. They operate out of the.
Is that
Eruvian-
actually supposed to be like they use this like in the book? Oh, okay.
Are the Red Sashes actually duelists? Are they sword fighters?
Yeah, so-
I'm asking. I'm sorry. That's out of character. I did not know. Okay.
Yeah, he pointed out like the different like sword fighting techniques, and one of them is using a weighted like scarf or sash to like basically disable people.
Yeah. The Red Sashes, if I'm remembering this right, the Red Sashes are a gang, a very powerful gang in Doskvol, that is actually run by the Eruvian government out of their embassy through their sword schools.
It's a foreign gang.
They have domestic members, and it's part of it's like kind of an espionage thing.
That's,
That's badass, by the
Yeah,
way.
what I
Because if you read
understand-
what they could do, it's pretty
yeah,
fucking
from what I
sick.
understand, that's the core and the higher levels. But
Right.
they get people up and off the streets too that aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking to get those dagger skills.
Mm-hmm.
See, I just want a cult of Hashishans.
Right. That's what.
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
But the.
Do you guys want to get super high and murder people? I'm in.
I mean, that's
Sounds like I have to drugs.
I'm surprised you even had to ask.
I'm surprised we're not getting super high and murdering people right now.
Is Lard a Eruvian spy? Is he at the? I, the game master, do not know. If I were to play him, I do not know. I probably wouldn't go that level with him.
Is that like is that fighting style well known then? Like, would we know
Yes.
that they know that because they have those sashes? Okay.
Well, you actually, Callum just straight up told you that there is a connection between the Eruvian embassy.
He just
and,
outed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just outed them.
Yeah.
More or less. It's not a deep, dark state secret. It's You've read. Well, you haven't, but there's been articles of underground press. It's sort of like one of those conspiracy
I look at the
theories.
funnies. I don't fuck around with the rest of the stuff.
It's one of those conspiracy theories where it's just like, there's Area 52. Well, Area 52 doesn't exist. No, it does exist.
Yeah.
The question is, do they have aliens there? Probably not, but it is a place sort of thing. So that there's a sort of conspiracy theory of, oh no, the Eruvians, they have a sword school, and then out of that comes the Red Sashes and blah blah blah, and they're spies. Well, let's pump the brakes. Spies.
It's all the unknown. Like people are trying to fill in blanks.
Yeah, it's made.
Oh no, they are. It's got to be the most crazy thing we can think of.
Right. Yeah. And they summon demons with their eyes.
Well, I'm glad they're part of that because then I'm gonna grease some elbows and learn some dagger techniques.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can stab ghosts then.
The dagger stuff seemed really cool.
Yep.
Those fighting styles were really dope. The fact that I know that they do that now,
Yeah.
Red Sashes are way cooler now.
So I showed him while you guys were role playing. I showed him there's a section in the book because I was showing him the whole becoming the whole play sheet, the vampire play sheet, the golem play sheet.
The whole school.
There are also additional rules for like different fighting stuff. There's a magic whisper one. There is a sword fighting one, and then there's one for like what Janny, a slide and a sort of stabby, flippy out, sneaky thing. And it's like, what is it in D&D? Prestige skills sort of thing. So, gentlemen, we have about Alexander
have you been taking that tonic I gave you?
How do you define that in
I
time?
I have not. I'm sorry. I don't
feels
know
like
what
an
it is, and I'm
eternity.
really sorry. I didn't eat anything that I normally wouldn't eat, and it
Like
just
a
I'm
dead skunk.
Super gassy.
I want you to
Sorry.
start taking make a food journal. You bring it
We need a
the
whiteboard.
next
We need a
time.
whiteboard. We should put on.
You bring it the next time you come in here, or we put on the whiteboard.
We know grapes apparently do it to him.
No, grapes will
Nice.
absolutely broccoli, cauliflower, things
So
that I
all
love
the things
to
that
eat.
cause gas.
Yeah.
It's literally what the fuck? I didn't eat anything out of the ordinary to give me gas. Broccoli, cauliflower, like
I didn't eat those things today.
other than shoving someone else's farts up your ass, you caused the farts.
I didn't eat anything
transplant.
inducing today. I don't know. I know it's the Fig Newtons.
Yeah, they're the fucking figs. What the fuck?
Newtons, that's what it is.
Oh my
Can
god!
you put fig Newtons on the board?
It's not a cookie. It's a
Dude, I love them, but they're terrible because they give me gas. But
They're
also
like tiny pieces of cake.
They're a
like-
million calories.
Yeah, they really are.
And you ate 3 sleeves of them.
Oh, dude, I'll crush the box. Y'all fucking
That's the
crush
thing.
it.
Yeah.
I'm so gassy.
Yeah. When I was first time I tried to start losing weight, like I couldn't have it in the house.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you could eat one when you walk by, but then you find yourself walking by 20 times, or you're sitting there, oh, I'll just have a couple, and then you look down, where did they go? Oh, I don't feel so good.
I just ate 2,000 calories of Fig Newtons and I can't stop shitting myself.
Man, they should smell
Maybe I'll
so
go
much
for-
different then, shouldn't they? With Fig Newtons. That'd be great if they smelled like Fig Newtons. Maybe your diet needs to be.
There's still some dad in there.
All right. So, anybody want to do anything? Otherwise, we're getting on that train.
Let's get on the train.
Yep.
All right. So before you get on the train, you got no. You guys got on the train. I'm going to assume some things so we don't spend 20 hours doing a tangent again. I assume you guys kind of go and give the side eye to the rollers, kind of see what they're doing, that sort of thing.
No, I yell at him.
Yeah. Oh, you just like, hey, fuck you guys.
Hey, fuck you guys! Where the fuck you going?
And they're like, yeah, we're going to your mom's house. Fuck you. And they're yeah.
You're gonna die? Okay, great.
You want to give me directions? Because I don't know how to get there.
It's okay, Jackie. It's okay.
Erections. They're going
Calm down,
to your
Jackie.
mom's
It's
house.
okay. She's a worthless bitch. She didn't deserve you. It's okay, Jackie. I give Jackie a really warm hug.
Everybody the rollers kind of get uncomfortable.
Hey, fuck you guys! How fucking dare you bring up Jackie's mother?
Like, do you guys remember that time where our guy killed a bunch of your guys on your door?
God, I wish I would have kept a body
It was
card.
like it was forever ago. It was like 24 hours.
Do you recognize these boots?
I remember.
They look at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Janny runs up to him and hands him a piece of paper. He's like, motherfucker!
Double dip.
Who's this bitch?
She just changed her hat. She put her hat on backwards. Janny, no, get out of there!
Yeah, you recognize these boots that say Carl on them?
Carl, you killed Carl, you asshole!
Man, Carl had some really gnarly athlete's foot too. Really,
He
really
had like
bad.
3 months until retirement.
I know, right? He was like, man,
Insane coin.
I can finally get out and start dealing with all these foot fungus problems I have.
He had 2 wives and 8 kids, dude.
Now you
Jesus
got to
Christ,
take
that
care of
motherfucker's lucky to be dead.
Every day he was waiting to die.
Am I dead? No.
We have a suicide mission in.
I'm just staying real close to this explosive device. Hope nobody shoots it.
Sure, how long is the journey to Tykeros?
3 days to get to midpoint.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's like a week to get almost anywhere. Then.
Yeah. Well, to get to Takeros, yeah.
I used to like Dagger Isles was like a week.
Well, from
Well,
Takeros.
definitely. I mean,
Oh,
I don't have a.
From Takeros and then down, it
Gotcha,
adds a week
gotcha.
on. Yeah.
I gotcha.
I don't have a lot of money, but being cooped up someplace with things to read and things to write is what I do. So, I'm good.
And they have a dining car, and they have like a smoking lounge, and
Goddamn Fig Newton.
for the, it's not like a cruise ship or anything.
The train runs on.
It's just Bronar's ass connected to the engine, and they just, instead of shoveling coal, it's fucking Fig Newtons in his mouth.
Dude, I was telling Wayne earlier, I was seriously, you want me to kill you, I'll eat roasted garlic.
No, don't fuck goddamn. Nobody wants that. They want that asshole clean, baby.
Next time I'm wearing an adult diaper and eating chicken and 40 cloves.
Actually, here's what I think. We haven't run a poll on Patreon in a while.
No,
The poll should be,
no.
what does the tastemakers think Brodor should eat before the next game? Wayne, make that happen.
Seriously, there's a Bible verse about his ass.
Somebody please vote gas eggs.
Or just nothing but plain rice.
No!
Just a pure vine.
No, that's worse. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad for him.
You remember the rice?
Yeah.
Do you remember the rice incident?
It was in Revelations, Dan.
The walls were stained.
And lo behold,
The mountain of rice?
God, I'll eat rice, man. I eat a lot of
we
rice.
know. All right. We're getting on this goddamn train to Demonville if it kills Wayne with his parts. So, you guys get on the train to Demonville. All right. As you're boarding, there's a bunch of people there. There's a couple of lines. There's like a high-class car. They have their own line. And a velvet rope, and you're allowed to go over there. They have, everybody else's line. They have the poor, these people for the next 6 days are going to be sitting on wooden benches.
First, second, and third class kind of.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys, I wasn't going to do a sleeper car, but I am doing it now because I wanted to put two people together that hated each other. I don't remember who it was. But, so you have two.
Does anybody hate each other?
No, not hate each other. But somebody was.
Hate's a strong word.
You were going to put Proust and Alex on there.
Oh, because
so Alex could
feel
get away from him now.
uncomfortable. Yeah. There are.
I knew exactly what he was talking about, but I kept my fucking
Wait.
mouth shut.
I'm glad you keep one hole shut.
One of my holes has some very important things to say.
Dan. All right. So,
Old dead composers around. There's everything.
so there are 3 sleeper cars. For just comedy's sake, who is actually bunking with who? No one has assigned tickets. Who is deciding?
Oh, perhaps it's totally with Alexander.
Okay.
Well, I feel like Uncle Treacle gets the bunk. If there's 3, he gets the bunk to
No,
himself.
Callum.
Oh,
right.
Well,
I'm not sleeping with
I would
Callum-
think Jack
Callum-
and Reggie probably bunked together.
Well, I guess I am sleeping with Callum.
We'll have fun. It'll be like a sleepover.
I would have bunked with Callum happily.
I would have bunked with Treacle, but there's no way I would have bunked with Callum.
Yeah, you can bunk with Proust. I'll trade you.
Oh no. Proust requested to be with you.
You could have Jackie bunk with him.
And I say, and I'm only saying this loud for the sake of the audience. I'm whispering, and I'm asking you, please, please let me bunk with Callum.
Why?
Because he just keeps going about lunacy.
Okay, so what you're saying is,
It's so crazy.
what you're saying is, you want to bunk with Callum and you want me to bunk with Proust.
I now see the flaw in my argument. I'm asking as a favor
Oh.
if you would make me bunk with Callum.
As a favor.
Yeah, as a favor.
You know I don't do favors. So what is it? What's in it for me?
Well, obviously, I will owe you something in the future. I just can't sleep in the same car, please.
For 6 days.
I'm begging you.
Are these cars like from Russia with Love type cars where they have like bathrooms and shit inside the room?
Well, in the first class, yes.
It's got a Murphy toilet.
It doesn't go anywhere until you put it up. Then it goes.
It's like a camping cup, a collapsible camping cup.
You pull it down, it's just a shit smear on the back.
Aw.
It's like a fucking theater seat. It only holds down when you sit on it. As soon as you stand up, it's a
She's really thick, plastic bag.
fucking brownie mix everywhere.
The weight of its previous yield.
You know, Dan, how I said that I'm terrible at pacing? I take that back. It's not me.
First of all, we are creating ambiance.
That's right. We're just justifying the fucking smell.
I don't brag on myself very often, but Murphy toilets a stroke of fucking genius.
All right, Alexander.
Your guys' sleeper cars do not have a bathroom in each car or in each room, unit, whatever. There's like a shared one for the car. And then there's a couple of second-class cars. The first-class stuff, I mean, that's its own world.
Yeah.
That's like, the train ice thing?
Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer, yeah. That's going to be its own world up there. And then third class is like a couple of cars that are just benches and one toilet. Like the second class one, if the one toilet's occupied, you can just go to the other second class one at least. And there's a dining car, and there's actually a couple of dining cars. There's a first class one, and then a second class one, and then fuck the poor people. So
I'm gonna poop in the rich cars.
All right. You owe me. You owe me. Yeah.
Yours.
Yeah. So I carry my shit into the room with Proust, and I go, I'm with you. Alexander cried and cried because he wants to be in with his boyfriend.
Alexander!
Oh, Callum, just splendid to see you.
Don't listen to any of it.
What a delightful change in circumstances.
Callum, not just peak.
Very prime situation, sir. Love it.
Reggie, I'm worried about Alex. He's been acting different, and I think it's this Kellum guy.
Hasn't he been kind of a little prick?
Yeah, not like he used to be, definitely.
He's no fun anymore.
And he's hanging out with... I don't like that he's bunking with this Kellum guy. I think Kellum's a bad influence on him.
Yeah, I mean, Callum's okay. He's a mouthy little asshole, but...
Where do you think he was? Alex. He's gone for like a month before he washed up.
I don't know. Shit. Proust kept giving us fucking riddles and shit every time we asked. There's no way we could figure that out on our own. You and I are not in that world.
I think Kellum's a bad influence. Definitely on the way back. We need to convince Uncle Treacle to make him bunk with Proust instead.
Yeah,
Get him away from...
Maybe Proust is scam straight.
Yeah.
Alex, watch what I can do with my hand.
It's amazing.
Get him away from that Kellum guy.
If I have to take one for the team, I'll fucking bunk with Callum.
I like when he detaches his hand and then his hand walks around like this, like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just middle finger sniffs around like the nose, and he's like, "Doo, doo, doo, doo."
And he spreads her butt
He's like-
cheeks. And
He gets out the reculum.
Well, I
Digs
definitely
for the
have
bone.
my next project clock if I play Callum.
oh my god!
Oh, you know, the hand's got to detach, right?
Well, it does detach, but autonomous.
Oh no, it's
That's
got
going to be a thing.
little sniffer.
Why does it have to be a sniffer?
Because fingers,
Oh wait, it's you.
fingers sniff. Look,
Yeah, is that a serious question?
fingers
It's
sniff
late.
and you sniff fingers. That's just
That's
the
like his
law of
dream.
give and take.
That's his dream. If his fingers could sniff, his world would be complete.
So, you guys,
It's like
as
taste what you touch.
as you're getting on and stuff, you know, you have the windows open and whatnot. And I mean, think of like train. When you think of the train, think of like Murder on the Orient Express type of that. You know, wood paneling. It's all very nice and that sort of thing.
So, do they have like communal cars? Like
Yes.
maybe.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you said there was
dining
like a smoking
is a
car.
bar. Yeah.
and stuff.
Because
Okay.
you will be on this thing. You'll be on 3 days.
and then there's a stopover at midpoint because they have to refuel and stuff, and also, well, yeah, just refuel. They don't care about you, and then another 3 days in. So you're going to be on the train for 6 days. So it is like going on the Murder on the Orient Express. I mean, it's like a long haul.
All right, I'm getting drunk. Jackie, you in? Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's tear this place down.
So the train hasn't left the station yet. So
Then we go straight to the fucking bar car.
you go straight to the fucking bar car.
There's nothing for us to do. I'm not going to read a book.
So if you are not getting completely hammered, and you happen to be looking out the window, you see your guys, the train's rail jacks, come up, and there's also people there again. Like I said, there's people. Write to us, blah blah blah, bye, get out of here, you fucker, sort of thing. And there's a sort of gaggle of people, not a huge crowd, but then there's obvious fans of the two railjacks who are getting on board.
Are they like signing autographs and shit?
Yeah, no. Like I said, they love it. They're into it.
I have a few cards. Have them sign.
No, do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
Shut
money
your
for those.
fucking mouth.
They are kind of cool.
They're more valuable when they're signed.
I look down. I want to
Make a fortune roll to see if you can get up to him through
How
his fan.
big are these guys?
All I know
Okay,
is that one of the
physically.
adventures I'm running
So-
is his fucking card collection gets stolen.
You son of a bitch!
Guys, we have to get something back, but I can't fucking tell you what it is.
And none of us assist him.
Five. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to jostle some stuff.
Right.
You don't get all of them. I mean, they're pretty busy. They got to do their thing, but
Right.
you hand them like 3 cards and they sign one of them and stuff. So, one of them is like you have the rail schedule and stuff, and it says on there who it is. And one guy, his name is Timothy, and he's this
Timothy the Railjack.
Yeah,
Timothy
Timmy.
the
Yeah.
Timothy the Railjack. He's like probably in his
wheelchair and-
mid-20s and stuff. He's 6 foot tall, pretty athletic,
Short.
build.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah, he's not like
Small.
he's not like Big Garrett or Jack, and you're actually could probably take him in a fight if it wasn't for all of his fucking gear.
Yeah.
Pussies
and all that gear.
These like if you think of like the exosuit like chunk. No, it's not like that. I mean,
It enhances their movement. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And here.
you read the Penny Dreadfuls or anything like that, like if they wanted to, they could do somersaults in these.
Yeah.
They could run faster than you can because it's assisted, right? I mean, and they do have armor on them. They're not like the armored suits like the tall boys are.
Right.
And everything is custom, right? They all look different.
Oh, okay. I assume they it was
No.
like a uniform type.
No, all of them look different, and all of them customize their gear to their fighting style.
So these are all anime characters you created.
I mean, they've got the steampunk vibe going with it too, though. This guy Timothy is carrying a spear, not a huge long one because you couldn't get on the train with it. Because
Right.
I was actually going to have him have a huge long one until I remembered that he has to get on a train with it. But he has a spear.
What could be considerable?
Yeah, that's true.
Steampunk telescopic.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, see?
It's about the size of an Asai, I guess. Until like, and there's a cable that runs from the spear into his pack.
Cool.
And so you don't know what it does.
So these are like plasma weapons.
Right. Yeah.
Dope.
He has a variety of guns on him as well. They look like pretty large caliber. But again, these are single shot. Everything is single shot. Pretty large caliber. He's like a brace of them. And it looks like he has a bit more armor than your average railjack. I'm not saying anything with that. That's just his style. Is like he's going to take a few hits, whereas a different kind of railjack.
Because he's so small.
Right, because he's so small. Well,
6
so
foot.
He's like a fire plug.
Right, his co-railjack is a woman.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's about in her mid-30s, which I'm not going to say that's old for a railjack because they do have a high mortality rate. But it isn't...
But seeing someone that much older is probably like... It's probably like a badge of honor, right?
It is a badge of honor. I mean, she has scars.
Yeah.
Right? And her equipment... it isn't busted up, but like it looks like where some of the exoskeleton or armor had been clawed or burned or half melted. It looks like she patched it and fixed it, but kept the visible damage just as to show off.
I nudged Jackie, this lady, she's hot.
She's got blonde hair, ice blue eyes, and they're in 2 braided pigtails that go about halfway down her back.
These are 100% anime.
She looks short for a Skovlander.
Okay. Are they like
She's a Skovlander. He looks.
a Skovlander's like
Skovlanders are like the Viking.
Yeah, like
Okay.
They-
They're not actual Vikings, but they're
Right.
Nordic peoples. And so she, again, not saying anything in particular, just of note, she looks short for a Skovlander.
So like 6'2".
Right. Yeah, no, she's like 5.5 foot tall. So average height for a woman, Skovlanders grow tall.
Okay.
And she basically has these 2 sticks, it looks like where there would be swords at her side. They're round. There's something round in the sheaths, and those 2 trail back into her backpack as well. She has very little armor, so you're kind of guessing that she's live. She also, on her arm, where the exoskeleton is some sort of round device with a like an arrow coming out of it. But there's a reel behind it, like a wire reel behind it, and so it looks like some sort of grapple device, maybe. If you were a real fan, you would know what it is because all those stats are on her card. But Treacle has that.
And you ain't fucking touching them with your greasy mitts.
I don't know. I might because I'm starstruck.
And and you guys know that it's not necessarily, it's sort of a tradition that before they get on, everybody, their circle of fans kind of stop as they approach the door, and they turn around and they both put on their spirit masks, because that's another thing. They're not whispers. All railjacks wear spirit masks. So you have to see the ghosts to fight them.
Mm-hmm.
And they put on their spirit masks, which are like all spirit masks, totally unique from all the others. And they kind of like, do this sort of like shake like this, and they kind of like not headbutt each other, but kind of do that. But
They come in close.
Yeah, they come in close and kind of bonk their foreheads to each other, and you think that they say something. They kind of whisper something to each other. Again, a real fan knows what.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is it like a prayer or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like a prayer, good luck wish,
Maybe we get through this shit.
Yeah. A lot of these are teams, and they have their own, like, thing like that they said that's unique to them. And the fans, the real fans, don't want to know what it is, what they say. And so they back up, and the fake fan, the people who read the Penny Dreadfuls and kind of go, the real fans will grab them by the scruff of the neck and pull them back so no one hears what
Like
they say, out of respect
Yeah.
for them. And that's the sort of culture that's around them. And then they take their spirit mask up and they wave to people. The guy, Tim, goes over, and as the woman gets on, whose name I did not make, she gets on, and Tim goes over to a woman. Like, this is a tallish woman, black hair. She looks, she has some breeding, some wealth. She does not look like she's from, the gutter like you guys are.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, she looks a bit more
Super
cosmopolitan.
judgy.
She is. She has a very dark red dress, a very nice. I mean, we're talking, the bustier, the whole Victorian steampunk bustiers, and she has a little black fascinator. It's a hat thing, and Tim walks up to her, and you're close enough nearby, and he walks up to her and says, he smiles, says, "Doctor," and she looks at him and says, "My railjack." and she holds her hand out, and he kisses it, and pulls her in, and just lays this massive, just from here to eternity level kiss on her, and
Is that what he thinks a kiss is? Oh my god.
there's not enough tongue, but
It's not slapping enough.
Slapping.
her whole face isn't wet when he's done. That's not a kiss. But
You gotta taste it.
but
She didn't even pay her for that.
no, right? So
Not everybody pays for that.
they finish, and she's like, "I'll see you when you get back." And he's like, "Yes, you will." And she strolls off, kind of sachets off, and then he gets on.
I look at his card.
Hey, whose card
Does
did
it
you
say he's married or anything?
Uh,
Or is he that kind of information? Of course, that kind of information is known by the real
right.
friends.
Well, you want to make a roll?
Yeah.
Or is it like a Japanese idol? They're not allowed to tell people that they're in relationships.
No, they can.
Yeah. Because Alex doesn't care, but Brodor loves hot goss.
Right. Yeah. Is that six?
is a
That's
six.
That's a six.
Hey.
That is the, we shall say, infamous fiance of Timothy the Railjack with his rather blasé name.
Timothy is so bad.
People laugh. His record speaks for himself.
Yeah.
He knows Timothy the Railjack. The others have like Comet or something like. They have like crazy names, and he is brutally effective. He is, and you know this.
Hey, he's super down to earth. Shut up.
Right? Yeah.
Have some douchey, pretentious
Right.
name.
my god, I love the idea that Trickle's defending this fucking guy.
That is.
Unc, what the fuck?
That is.
He's a hero. Shut the fuck up.
He's a hero.
Take your head off.
Yeah. What are you doing? Don't watch him kiss. Turn around. Give him some goddamn privacy, you fucking animal.
Oh my god.
That is the rather infamous Dr. Danchev.
Dr. Danchev.
She sounds like a villain.
Hey, Unc. What's
Well, if you tell Alexander, I'm going to have you make a roll. I don't know if it will ever come up, but you might know of her.
Yeah, so moving back, I'm like, he's engaged to Dr. Danchev. Everybody knows this. Don't you fucking listen?
I look at Jack. Who the fuck cares? Why in
Did
the
you say
fuck?
Dr. Danchev?
Has he ever
Yeah.
talked about these people before?
I assume it's an insight in
What
this
the
phase
fuck?
of the game.
Yeah, make a roll.
5.
Five.
Is my highest.
You have an academic. Yeah, you have an academic background. Does anyone else have an academic? Nobody.
No,
They're
yeah.
all academic.
Yeah, I do.
Hell no. Do you have an academic? No, you're the wrong kind of academic.
I'm an MD by background, so
She's not that kind of doctor.
gotcha.
She's like him, only at a doctorate level.
Oh my.
Yes. Or I should say,
She's like a PhD engineer or something.
right.
Okay.
Multidisciplinary.
She's my hero. What's her name?
Dr.
Or what?
Danchev.
Danchev.
And she
She doesn't have a fucking card, you asshole.
God damn, why are you standing these bitches so much?
She's already taken.
she
Fucking
well,
goddamn.
much like Alexander, she was at the academy, and she was an accredited doctor.
Hey, Unc.
What?
What's that angel's name? I'm talking about the blonde girl. I point her out.
Svenna? She's nothing. She's new.
She's new.
Oh no, wait, she's old. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in her 30s.
Yeah. I go, well, she's pretty good, but she's no Tim.
I can't even deal with
I
it.
show you the card. See, here's her card. Keep your dick beaters off of it, though.
I just assumed that old hag was his mother.
God, no, that's his partner.
How dare you? You don't speak about an angel like that.
Alex, you know what? You've crossed a lot of lines the last few days. You better shut the fuck up.
my apologies, gentlemen. I withdraw my comment.
She's a saint.
You've read a couple of papers by Dr. Danchev. She is a genius and has been in front of the ethics board probably the third most of anyone who's been kicked out of the academy.
Okay, I can't go talk to her. I'm too nervous.
Wasn't Railjack's Indian?
She's not on the train either.
No, the other one.
Oh, Savannah.
Savannah?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I want to look just to see her to get visual
Savannah
confirmation she's a
Iceblonde.
real person.
Yeah.
But I can't.
You
approach her.
oh yeah.
No, I can't.
Alright.
And you can see and that's one thing that you remember too is that she is known for. She wears these dark red dresses.
It's an ice blonde.
That's like it.
Ice blonde.
Ice blonde. That's her
What's,
name.
I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
I was actually going to call her Frost or something as her cool fighting name, but yeah,
Ice blonde's good.
Ice Blonde. Yeah, Ice Blonde.
That's actually kind of cool.
Ice Blonde.
I don't understand what's the big deal. She's some fucking doctor who caught the eye of this god amongst men.
This Adonis.
Not only is she remarkably beautiful that I did not know, but she has an incredible mind. I've read a few of her papers. She's a genius. I mean, like an actual certified genius.
Who is she? Callum says this.
He says, you've not heard of Dr. Danchev?
No.
She's very forward thinking.
It must be an academy thing.
You didn't go to the academy?
No. Oh, no. No, too narrow thought.
Now I'm gonna get
Well, then
Chad
you
as a
might
GM
find her
challenge.
interesting. She's been disciplined on a number of occasions for thinking outside.
Discipline. That's Jackie.
Thinking outside the box.
That's true.
Disciplined outside the box.
Dom's.
Yeah. I mean,
What does that
so
mean?
powerful.
Don't talk in riddles.
Limited.
What
I mean,
she
you
did?
just cannot be
She
that
had
powerful,
ideas that
Charles,
weren't
to
popular with the
yeah.
people in charge.
So she was kicked out.
Yes. Because she was a radical thinker.
Like lens level thinking.
Well, I'm somewhat familiar with her research, but not enough to know if she's involved with anything like
Yeah.
that.
Maybe not.
I think that it probably was.
Because this thing was fucking stolen from somebody.
Yeah. Or it could just be a coincidence that she's here saying goodbye to Tiny Tim.
Okay, first of all, it's not fucking tiny. All right.
Yeah, I want to give.
That's not what Dr. Danchev says.
I want to give Chad a challenge now. Of he's found an NPC for each of these characters to drool over. Find one that Proust is impressed by.
Oh, good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean-
There's your challenge.
I mean, is he?
An old, overly religious man
me-
walks on and starts
sorry.
killing heathens.
Is Proust asexual?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
so.
You know, devoted to his
Well, it
work.
doesn't even have
Well,
to
does
be.
procreation even make sense to you? Because
Right.
you're technically taking souls. and putting
Everything seems beneath that. Like
Well,
that's so
why I
big,
said
like,
impressed by.
Right.
Alex hasn't shown
Oh, yeah,
that
he's
he's
not gonna-
attracted to her. He's
Right.
impressed by her. You know,
Her sick and twisted mind.
exactly.
No. Her
They're sick and
ability,
twisted mind.
her ability to think beyond the confines of conventional thinking.
You know who does that? Proust.
God damn it, Wayne. God damn it.
Reggie, his entire outlook on Railjacks has changed completely, but only for that one woman. Because she looks bad as fuck.
She does look
And she's
like-
beautiful, and he sees her as some kind of battle angel.
Jack feels exactly the same way.
Yeah.
He was really impressed by her too.
And every other one, total little pussy.
Yeah. Because you can take them all.
It's
I feel
almost
sorry for her getting stuck with Tiny Tim.
shut the fuck up. It's almost guaranteed you're gonna see him fight.
God.
So don't get too drunk.
Wait, should we help him?
Statistically, is that true?
Yes.
We get a chance to, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so excited right now. I didn't think anything cool was going to happen on this trip.
All right, look.
Is your card worth more if Tiny Tim dies?
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Look, let me show you one of my lesser cards. This one here, this is a rookie card of somebody who I think died.
Rookie card.
All right, now this one, look at the back. See how many trips, how many confirmed kills. They get multiple confirmed kills each trip.
Oh, man.
So
I didn't realize that rail travel was that dangerous.
This job seems pretty.
you're
pretty
outside
nice.
the walls.
yeah. The moment you leave the walls, nothing. You are in what is literally called the dead land.
No, I understood that. I mean, I just assumed that, there would be on occasion
Rare
something,
attacks.
but rare attacks, but the train moves at a prodigious rate, and it is relatively safe based on its speed and its elevation above the ocean. I just assumed that this was a thing that happened, but did not happen with alarming regularity.
You keep believing that.
I want to be a railjack so bad.
The cards say otherwise. Here, you can keep that one.
No, that's
free role playing.
I have a stack of bookmarks that are all tickets
I want
from
to be a
Booker.
railjack so bad.
It's just a various. I just don't need another one.
Another bookmark. I got you. Anyway, this guy was a turd anyway.
Not that it would happen, but what are the chances of schlubs becoming railjacks?
Like I said,
Because Reggie is young enough.
nothing.
Alexander's young enough. Jack's young enough.
Well, and
Nothing.
Reggie's getting the skills to actually fight supernatural with his fist.
Oh, that's true too.
Nothing is special about the railjacks. Like there's no special touch, magic incantation, blah blah blah. They have a certain amount of gear. It is gear that you can acquire for
Yeah.
yourselves if you so choose. All the gear is custom and stuff. There's a core of tinkers.
You said they recruit, right?
Yeah,
That's how they do it.
yeah. In fact, they recruit a lot. Mortality rate's high.
I might be a railjack.
What kind of desserts do you like, Chad? I'm gonna bring some.
Things with limit.
Perfect.
All right.
Do they? Going off of this, we're having this discussion, and I'm like, you two mooks could become railjacks. And as far as
You
I
think someone?
Rail jack-offs.
Did you say that as Alexander?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to you? You used to be so supportive, now you're just a fucking asshole.
When did you grow a spine?
So
Fine, I want him to have one, he's just a prick.
Yeah, but he didn't have one before.
So he's now standing up to you two, and now you
Standing up? We didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Standing up, I've looked out for this little asshole since he was fucking like 4 years old.
And now he's smelling himself.
I apologize. I'm just trying to look cool for my new friend.
This prick,
I told you he's a bad influence on him.
this fucking twink, this is the guy that you're fucking trying to impress?
I think that
I
that's.
appreciate that, Alex.
I
God, not now. God damn it.
I think you're all impressive.
don't
So,
think insulting him is
Yeah.
necessary.
Thank you, Alex. What do you think my chances are being a real jack?
No. What I'm saying is,
Oh, can you make gear?
oh my god,
yes.
that's what he does.
He can make gear for me a railjack.
Unc, say what you're gonna say. You're clearly an expert on this.
What I was gonna say is, they don't check the railjacks too much.
Oh.
Like what they bring, what they take.
Well, there is one issue you haven't thought about, though. You have to work. It's a 9-to-5 job. Well, not 9 to 5. I mean, you have to show up. It's a job. You can't laze about the whorehouse for a week on end.
I don't have that problem.
It's a job.
That's Jackie's vice.
Yeah, Reggie's always working.
And
No, you're shaking money out of people and then
Nah, he's running a gym.
Yeah, I run a gym. I teach kids life lessons. What are you talking about?
it's very upstanding, yes.
I mean, sorta. In this world, is pretty.
He's the hardest working man in this gang.
I wouldn't go that far.
all right, first of all, fuck you. No, I'm just
I
saying.
would have
I'm
said
just
Alex, but he's kind of bish now.
Wow. Alex has a lot of redeeming qualities.
You've known him 10 fucking minutes, and I've known him my whole fucking life.
Would you say he has redeeming qualities?
Of course he does.
Not anymore.
The poor bastard's had a bad day because he got disappeared and fucking demon molested. He comes back like an asshole because he's having a bad day, and his friends
I have
turn
a
their backs on him.
feeling. I have a feeling, Reggie, that
God.
you have.
You don't get to take that out on us. We looked for you.
You always hurt the people you
Every
love
day
the most.
in the sewers.
I would have killed that fucking demon if I was
hurt
there.
the people you love the most, Reggie.
Alexander, I think
That's abusive as fuck.
I think that the issue here is that they hurt so much. They put so much into finding you, and when they found you, they have all of this pent up energy and emotion and anger, and they just have no outlet for it, and they just have to get it out.
We couldn't do
You know,
anything for you.
Callum's making a lot of sense, and you know what? I'm starting to like him more.
Yeah, we couldn't
I
do
like you
anything
too,
for
Reggie.
you.
Thanks.
We couldn't
I put
find
my
you.
hand
We
out and I
couldn't
shake
save
your
you.
like metal hand. God damn.
It's cold.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's a good grip.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm not being deliberately evasive.
Here,
I just,
watch this. And he
here we
takes
go.
out a screwdriver and goes,
Oh, fuck.
shake it now. It hurts.
Ah, shit!
Like that. I have to turn it down though. It'll take out the battery.
This is my livelihood. Callum, come
So
on.
I can fix. Does it hurt?
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't hurt.
I can give you a little something.
Let's look at my hand, please. I think I heard it crack.
I understand that you all feel a semblance or a sense of guilt, and I appreciate that you looked for me, but I don't fully understand what happened. And
Yeah, well, neither do we.
I don't know if I'm ready to try to wrap my head around it. I hope that's okay.
This ain't the place for this conversation anyway. We talk about this later.
There's like a lot of uncomfortable people in the bar car.
I'm looking at people staring at us. What are you looking at?
And like,
Hey, what are you looking at?
the bartender hasn't even boarded yet, and Callum is just serving you guys up drinks behind the bar.
You know what? I think everything I said about Callum back.
God damn, it takes 2 minutes for you to flip and fly.
I mean, he's a passionate individual. He has to go where his passions lead him.
Yes.
And what is my alcohol blood count?
I have been giving him triples when he's asked for singles. So yes,
You take as much time as you need, Alexander. You don't need to explain shit to nobody. All right?
he gives Dr. Prouse a lemon fizz.
Oh.
Thanks, Uncle Treacle.
We're just worried about you.
Especially these two folks.
Oh, didn't have to touch
You
it.
keep giving them the shit.
I'll be all right.
Don't let these two fucks do anything like get you down.
It'll just take time
Oh, come on.
and money.
Lots of money. That's the plan.
Money helps. That'll make you feel
Gentlemen,
better.
to money.
To money.
Money.
And at that, and you hear this, you feel this vibration go through the whole train. And it's this sort of hum that you don't hear but feel. And all the hairs on your arms and neck stuff just stand straight up like static. And you can sort of taste the electricity in the air.
Oh.
And the train starts moving forward.
So, like, is the whole train covered in something? Or is that just
It's
the
covered in
activation of
train.
the engine? No, I mean, like,
No, that's-
because we felt the...
Yeah. So the way I'm seeing it is that the rails are electrified, but there is an engine in front that is like interacting with it.
So this is kind of like a magnetic train.
Kind of.
Like
Yeah,
a
I mean it's not
bullet
like a maglev, but it is an electrophasmic train.
Yeah, so this isn't like a
No.
train.
No.
Okay.
No. And it builds up speed and builds up speed. And it goes on. And then for the first day and a half, it's going, that everything is passing by. There hasn't been any real events. The landscape passes by you and you see, like, you've either heard stories or you've seen pictures or drawings or you have seen it. You've been out there. And the landscape is this blasted, rocky landscape with little to no vegetation at all. And there are trees that are just petrified stone that looks like some force blasted them, and the trees are kind of like blasted. They're just not growing and stop and turn to stone, but it looks like they blasted and then turned to stone. And you see things moving in the dark as you fly by on this elevated track. And the more you stare into the darkness, the more you think you see. And you may have read about it or advice is given to you to not stare out there too much, because the more you stare out there, the more you will see, and you won't really be able to tell if something's there or not. Because if something jumps up and attacks the train, you'll know. And you go, and the speed is really great. And about a day and a half, you notice that the train begins to slow down. And with that, game.
I don't want the train to slow down. and in my mind, I have this vision of it being very Spartan, the rail. So there's not a lot. There's no excess track, right, or railing. So if I look out my window, it just
falls off.
Looks like nothingness.
Because no one's going to walk along this.
Yeah. I don't like this at all. So, I mean, I very shortly after we start, I close my fucking blinds. I'm not having it.
So, my character's from the Dagger Isles. So, I've probably been on a train to Doskvol.
A train or a boat?
Train or a boat.
Yeah, either one.
So, I may have seen stuff like this before.
You certainly did not walk.
Maybe that's why I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not looking out the windows at all.
Right.
Because there's creepy things out there.
Yeah. Whether you've come by train or by boat, you have seen horrors.
Yeah.
You know, it's just what flavor. So
I'm trying to keep spirits high, or my spirits high, because of whatever I've seen before, and I don't want to see it again. And I'm trying to stay occupied.
I've never been to space, but staring into the black void of moving things that I don't comprehend, that get more numerous as I stare into the void, I just don't fucking look. There's no, I'm out.
So what do you guys think?
It was good.
It was good. We, I think we got a lot of. We fucked around a lot, but
it was good fucking around.
Yeah, it was good fucking around.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for that on some level, but there was quality fucking.
I absolutely love that.
I'm not sorry.
That Treacle has like a hobby that has nothing to do with
that no one knew about until this moment.
Right.
I'm like, oh my god, he's really into this.
What a fucking nerd.
Like, I thought
I was a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
But this guy's collecting goddamn sports cards. Or fucking hero cards.
No, that was great. This was a good game. Obviously, the plan was to be more on the train and doing the train thing.
You kind of could just have said, okay, you're at the train station at any point.
Right.
No.
It seems like every time we were ready to actually go do the train, you gave us another scene before the train.
You guys, like, it's actually your fault, Wayne. Because you were right about something. Blades in the Dark it's very easy to fall into a mode to where you're doing score, recovery, recovery, and it's just heist. And you really, there's nothing in Blades that tells you to do this, just sort of the nature of the game pushes you towards that. So, as a game master, I think I have to just make opportunities for you to role play, and sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. That's cool, and then we just move on. And if role play leads to role play with Blades, I want to keep pushing that and going.
Yeah, and I definitely think it's needed. I think out of all the Blades games I've been in, there's more character development happening in this one than the others. I love some of the other characters, but there's more character development happening this time.
And at first I was actually worried we weren't going to have it, because it was like, man, we're kind of like just doing this, and I'm glad each time we've done it, like had a time like this, it's been my favorite. This is probably my favorite over the last time it was my favorite.
Yeah.
So
I know Chad and I have talked about this before this campaign ever, where Blades is one of those games where I have a lot of fun in it, but I've always felt like I don't get enough roleplay out of it. It's more formula.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you mean when you say Yeah.
because you're always in danger, and you're always doing daring stuff, and then you're always recovering from the daring stuff, and then setting up the next score, and then taking down the next score, and it's like, breathe.
Sometimes you just want to have a drink and make a friend.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Plus, I think injecting humor into it makes it more enjoyable overall.
Yeah.
Even though it's a dark setting, but why wouldn't these characters like
Well, that's normal.
fuck around? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they would still, their personalities would be like, well, let's just,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
So I don't think we were fucking around.
No,
I
not
looked
at
at it
all.
as RP.
Yeah.
Even the fuck around stuff.
Yeah, and I loved it. I thought you guys did great. And you know, if the mood is such that it's like, okay, we've been doing the fucking around, we've been doing the role playing, let's just make a big move. Boom. The way Blades works, it's like, all right, make that interaction roll. Oh, you fucked it up. Well, guess what? All the guns are pointed at you, and it's 5 hours from when you think it was, and
Yeah.
the score is not the score. The score is getting the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, we had spots where things were explained, but it was like needed. Like,
Yeah.
You know, fleshing out a lot of the things that are pretty much just we don't know.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of things you have to explain, and there's going to be people that aren't reading the book or anything like that.
And part of the problem too is Blades in the Dark is Dishonored with the serial numbers filed off, and I have filed back on some of the serial numbers, and then added my own.
It's like a few of genres and things that crisscross that just work. I don't know.
Right.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, and I have a few advantages. I've played under Chad even in this setting because he's added in the previous campaign into it. But I keep trying to make sure that Jack doesn't know anything that Jack wouldn't know.
Yeah.
My other characters were very much more into the paranormal stuff, and they knew all that. Jack doesn't.
Dr. Danchev is a character from one of the previous games. There was a major turning plot point thing that happened over
The
multiple
moment you
things.
described her, I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Yep.
Jack's got no clue.
Yeah. And she's not going to be a main plot point thing for this game. She's flavor, color, and I just wanted to see if Wayne would recognize her.
Oh, I did. I did right when you described her, but Jack didn't, so
Until
I kept it quiet.
Yeah, and until I court her to become my mentor.
Court her to become your mentor?
Yeah, and then you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sleep with her. I just want her to teach me.
Yeah, but what if she wants to sleep with you?
Well, I'm not opposed to the idea.
Because especially if Tiny Tim gets the axe.
He's got the name for a reason.
It's probably one of those ironic names.
No.
If you strike him down, he will become far more powerful than you.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Thank you. I thought you guys did great.
Yeah, I thought it was super gross that Railjack had a kid at 13 and then raised him to be a Railjack, but whatever.
What are you talking about?
That was his mom, dude. That was totally his mom.
What is your deal with this fucking Railjack?
I'm just saying that gnarled old scar chick was his mom. That's Tiny Tim.
What the fuck?
That's his next project clock is to slander against Railjack.
To prove that.
Oh, no, are you kidding? There's going to be like a Charlie Day conspiracy.
Good God, dude. Fucking hating on this NPC for literally no reason. Yeah, Alex is a little bitch. Why are you playing him like an asshole? I understand why.
I thought it was great too, where it makes so much sense where Reggie and Jack are like really angry at Alex. It's like
it's I don't think it's anger, it's frustration because it's like we don't know what to do to make you not an asshole to us.
We turned our lives upside down to try and find you, and I have
And
all
you
this
came back changed.
Yeah.
You're different.
Where's
is what it
our
is.
Alex? You're not our Alex.
Yeah,
Right.
you're somebody else. It's like
How
when
dare
your best
you
friend
get
goes to
sick
camp for summer
and
comes
have
back
me
and
take
quit.
care of you. But yeah,
How dare you be irritable for a day?
Right.
Damn it.
Yeah, but it's not about Alex, and it's not about being irritated. It's about
It's a sense of helplessness.
this helplessness and just
We can't punch this away.
right.
Yeah, we don't know how to deal
Are
with
you
that.
telling me Jack and Reggie don't deal with their feelings?
Have you ever been in a situation where something tragic happened to you and what you wanted was for people to leave you the fuck alone?
Right.
Something tragic
That's
happens.
real life.
No, yeah, no.
You're just like, dude.
No, I understood what you were doing, but Reggie would push into that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't, because he wouldn't understand that that's what you need.
And I
he would
see,
think like, we grew up together. Like, you should be able to just confide
Tell
in
me.
us.
Right.
Yeah.
and you hang out with Callum. Callum understands that you
Yeah.
went
And
through
we
this thing.
see that. We see
Yeah.
that like friendship budding, and we're like, what the fuck is
He
going on?
pointedly
Yeah.
never brings it up.
Right, because he's the one guy who never asked me if I was okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he just talks about the science
Well, okay,
stuff.
you didn't either, but you want to get into my brain, and that makes my butthole pucker.
In your head panties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the hard thing for me. This game was Proust was made very much with the game's intended cycle of heist
Right.
downtime in mind, and he functions very well in that context. But because he's so ascetic,
Yeah.
in the bullshit time, there's not a whole lot.
Everybody's afraid of him.
Well, and there's nothing that really interests him.
Yeah.
And the only thing I really could see him wanting to interact with would be your trip through the hellscape,
Right.
which you didn't want to talk about.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to be difficult. It
And
was-
so that kind of left me out of, I was really struggling, like, what, without wildly going against character. Because Proust, I've developed him to
That's
not be into frivolity.
Well, and that's an interesting topic. Like, we could do a whole show on it. Because it's like, what happens when you make this great, interesting, cool character and accidentally paint yourself into a corner?
Yeah, well, and that's why it was a choice that I made. Well, I mean, I don't think it was a choice per se made in ignorance of anything except the no plan starts contact with the enemy. There's the game you play, and then there's the game that occurs. And there's a game that's occurring that
Proust isn't made. Booker is made. I see Booker is made for this RP stuff.
yeah, this
Yeah.
nonsense.
But Proust is made for the heist stuff.
Yeah.
Booker, I mean, look at what Booker's great, but in the heist situation, Booker stands there.
He's fucking useless.
Yeah, I mean, I would say useless, but
I mean that in a sense that he does his own thing. He doesn't worry about what everybody else is
Right.
doing. If we were
He's
actually in
aloof.
trouble, yeah, he would
Stuff.
step in.
But Proust, on the other hand, like when the heist happens, meets in his way headlong with the enemy.
Yeah.
Whereas Booker is like, Big Garrett, take care of that smarmy man over there, sort of thing.
Yes, at least post madness, I don't think Proust has ever touched anything like a Penny Dreadful. Or
Right.
whatever. He has,
Well, it's like we said,
Doesn't
it's
interest him.
Wayne's challenge. Introduce an NPC that Proust impresses him, and I looked at it, I'm like, I can't. And that's why it's like, Proust is like asexual.
yeah,
Well, and that's why I was very clear. I don't mean a
It's not
relationship
that- yeah.
standpoint. Just
But-
someone that he can
Because, like,
be impressed with.
I was trying to think through, like in
Not
the
necessarily
Senate.
admire. Yeah,
Right, right.
Impressed.
For example, he's probably disgusted by the Railjacks because one of the primary things they're fighting. Now he would be happy for all the demons they kill, but the primary thing they deal with is ghosts. Well, the way Proust sees it is it's basically like a game of musical chairs. There are more souls than there are bodies. And so the best way to give, assuming we have no way of fixing the afterlife,
Right.
and I don't know,
We don't.
they might, well, and they might have some BS theology or doctrines surrounding that. I haven't really thought about it. That if they do enough whatever, they can fix it or something.
We can
But-
close the door.
But in the meantime, it's about trying to get the worthiest souls to perpetuate the longest. And so if someone's born that seems messed up or shallow or whatever, it's, can you make them worthy of the body they possess? If not,
Then their body is.
you've given
asleep.
up your body privileges.
Yeah.
And we're going to find somebody who's more worthy. So for the Railjacks to
You
just...
really are a Scientologist. Okay.
So for the Railjacks to just be out there killing ghosts without actually knowing anything
See,
about them...
I had that problem with the previous group who played Assassins, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it was not one for one, but the theme was similar. Are you finally going poop? Thank
No, I
God.
have to pee.
Oh.
No, I pooped hours ago.
We know! We were there!
I was right next to it.
But they were playing Assassins, and the problem that I ran into is
I would set someone up that would provide some tension, not like a gun to their head trying to kill them, but would provide tension. And their go-to thing was to kill them because they're assassins.
Yeah.
It's not a blame or wrong or what do you think you're doing? Kill
It was not a group made for intrigue and political.
Yeah.
It was a group specifically made to kill people.
Well, you guys
for
should
money.
kill them and then have a dialogue with them as they're like laying in their last breaths.
Which
Right.
I
Fucking
think something
assassin.
like that, Proust would do fine.
Oh, it would be amazing.
Yeah, whether it's the assassins, whether it's the intrigue, whether it's anything, until the group is just in frivolity.
I think it
And
would be
that's
cool.
where he.
It's like Father Mulcahy. Oh, jocularities.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it would be cool for Proust to get in his head of these railjacks are popular. If I could convert one of them, then they could bring so many people into the fold.
No, seeing them as popular would be about the same as like some really, really super orthodox religious figure encountering a really popular centerfold. That these people are popular for profoundly objectionable reasons.
Right.
Yeah, but your religion has put a worthy soul into that body.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so. But
And then use that popularity.
yeah, they'd probably retire them from being a railjack,
Yeah.
but
Because they don't need to still be a railjack. They just need the popularity.
For now, until the other railjacks see them.
yeah, until
Exactly.
somebody catches on to what's going on.
I didn't say it was a good idea. I said it would be a fun idea.
Well,
to
the
see.
railjack retirement is getting your body swapped with
Which is why I'm going to see where this goes, but if I can't figure a way out of this, then I will either take the XP and such and transfer it to Booker,
Sure.
or I may flip to a character more closely related to Proust and actually play his boss, Dr. Killian, who's possessed. Because
There's rules for that.
There's rules for that.
yeah, he does have a much more rounded personality.
The ghost.
Because, Killian, I mean, you could say is probably in some ways more evil than Proust, but it's not insane.
as long as
And that's
he's,
probably
like-
what makes him
I think,
horrifying.
I think there's a place for Proust. In,
I mean,
in all this
yeah.
RP,
And
Just
remember
gotta figure
that,
it out.
Yeah, and you don't have to flush Proust either. Play Booker. Play Proust. Play this other guy.
Yeah.
Make 5 more characters.
Yeah.
Because remember, it isn't like D&D where everybody gains levels. These guys are level 8. You are 4 guys are level 3. And why are you even showing up?
we have alts.
In Mike's game that he's going to run of this, I'm going to play Callum. Except I'm not going to bring Callum up to your guy's level. I'm going to make him straight just intro character.
You're goddamn right.
I am damn right. Because it doesn't... It just helps a little. It just gives me more tools to have all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
That reminds me, end of session XPs.
I can be just as effective with a level whatever character than whatever level you guys are at.
I don't think we really got a lot of XP.
You guys, no. There's no XP because you didn't do a score.
Yeah,
do anything.
I thought it was still end of
You just
session.
played slap ass.
Yeah, end of session.
I thought it was end of session, just
Yeah.
not the gang XPs.
Right. Because there'd be like,
it?
you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, background. You
I mean, there's
struggle with
no-
issues
it
from your
wouldn't have-
lives.
There's no
Wouldn't have been
heat
much
or
anyway.
anything. And
Right.
I don't think there was a whole lot to even go off of.
It would
I
only
feel
be
like we did-
it would only be 1 point or 2 here or there.
Is it?
Yes, I
I
could
don't know.
maybe come up with 2. One for expressing a belief, one for
I'll be honest with you
dealing with
guys.
the challenger's
I've
knowledge of
run
argument power.
3 complete campaigns of this game. I have only played 2 sessions of the game that were totally unrelated to each other, and there was never any advancement. I don't actually know how the advancement works from a practical standpoint.
Well, I mean, the one that you're talking about is the very first one. It's every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP, right?
Yeah.
But everyone after that it has nothing to do with that. It's you addressed a challenge or with violence or coercion. Actually, yes, I did.
Yeah.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
yeah, it says during the game session, mark XP.
Yeah.
When you make a desperate action roll,
Which I did
none of
not.
you did. Mark 1 XP. If you roll a desperate skirmish action, you mark XP and prowess. When you roll a group action that's desperate, you mark XP. Now that At the end of the session, review XP triggers on your character sheet. For each one, mark 1 XP if it happened at all, or 2 XP if it happened a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's on the sheet too. I mean,
Sure.
At the end of each session, for each item below, mark 1 XP, and then 2 if it occurred more times.
Sure.
I definitely addressed with violence.
I definitely got the violence one.
I would also, I'm really weak in the understanding of crew advancement. So if you guys want your crew to advance, I really suggest somebody reading the rules on that and figuring that out.
I can't max skirmish until we unlock a certain gym.
You have to unlock all the gyms.
Yeah.
Which is, I'll go back to the crew advancement. Someone should really read those rules so you guys can advance your crew properly.
Yeah. Yeah, I only addressed something with violence once. I don't think I did anything like...
I guess I'll take a third in the wreck.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything
Also,
that
if you
showed
can't advance anything
background or
anymore,
anything
it
like
just,
that.
it just stalls.
No, that's true. Well, I can't earn XP past this, though, right?
Correct.
Can I hold on to a point?
I mean, you basically, if you want, you could just leave that filled and it doesn't fill anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then when everything unlocks, you're just like, boop, automatic thing, if that's what you want. Or you
Yeah,
can
but that's
fill-
also stopping me from, like...
Yeah, it does. So, it's up to you.
I'll get skirmish sometime. I like punching shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have 3 in rec, 2 in skirmish, 1 in prow.
I have 1 in prowl, 3 in skirmish, 3 in wreck.
So for prowess, I get 3 on fortune rolls.
Oh, I should take finesse.
I
Well, how would that benefit me, though?
I think my trauma rotting insides. I think I get 2 XP for that tonight because I LARPed it.
Yes, Michael Brodeur gets 2
Yeah,
XP.
no, the rest of us freaking get.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Fresh trauma.
Fucking trauma.
That's why Vice was potpourri.
How would finesse actually? Because since I'm kind of... Well, I guess that makes sense. I'm a boxer.
Yeah, I think for you, finesse would make some sense. For me, it wouldn't.
Alright, I'm going to take finesse. And now I have 4 dice if I roll in prowess.
Yeah, I'm at like kind of the same point where I look at resolve.
Okay.
The only one that makes sense to
Now,
me for
remember,
him
it
is
says
command.
vampire.
that's the only
It
thing
does
I
not
know. He's not
mean
going to
Dracula.
consort.
That's just a very bad name he has.
I might try to do something like Suede, maybe.
Yeah, I think I will add in a third die.
Those
to
playbooks,
command
those
at
3
one point,
playbooks, they're the whole,
because I
the
want him to be
ghost, the
to
vampire.
intimidate.
Yeah.
They're different from these playbooks. Like their special abilities different. How they do armor's different. How they do. Some of them even have a totally different stress track that isn't stress.
I think they all do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know one was like...
Ghost had hunger, I think.
Ghost has hunger.
The hull, I think, had something to do with the power. Like the suit has to recharge or something.
Something like that, yeah.
The vampire.
It
is
seems like they
eating
have
a-
more than like normal stress, though.
The vampire is because they don't get traumas.
Right.
Right.
The vampire is eating away the body, and I think that was what it was like
The state of the body and
because you don't get a relief for it.
The whole was pretty fucking cool. Like some of the shit, like you basically get, like you can climb walls like Spider-Man and shit. And
that's the Sparkcraft Golem
Yeah.
possessed machine.
It's
The big
cool.
thing
Have you
is-
read the? Oh, it's
I
cool.
have not.
What you build up to take that down is not as simple as indulging your vice.
Right.
They have their own mechanics for
Yeah.
recharging or
It's
hunger.
for that one. It's like, did you serve your purpose or something like that? You get, which is weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you lose a bit of your humanity.
Yeah,
in
well,
your part
one of
machine
the
now.
things was you ignore your humanity, you get XP.
Wow.
So, like, if you're in a situation where, like,
Save the orphans.
no, doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Like, you do inhumane things that would be against, I guess, what your original person.
If we don't have orphans to throw into the orphan grinder, I don't.
You and your orphan grinder.
I've got a whole gaggle.
Is the orphan grinder kind of like a
Plays Enter the Gladiator. Yeah, no, for sure.
But it's all screams at different keys.
But yeah, Dan, if you want to transfer XP to a different character, that's fine with me. If you want to fundamentally change Proust, that's fine with me. If you want to keep going, you want to have a whole cast of characters.
Well, I'm going to contemplate it a little bit because
I am wide open on anything you want to do.
Because I want to see if I can adjust before I abandon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I just can't come up with anything that to me feels...
And if you want to adjust Proust a little bit to change his personality a little bit too, that's fine. Like we hand wave, if you say, okay, guys, Proust is weird. He isn't as creepy as he was. I think everybody would be cool with saying, yes, he's always been like that.
Yeah.
Retcon.
Oh, I like that. Retcon.
This Saturday, Retcon.
Dude, that's it.
Come down to Retcon.
Fear the Con
2020.
13. Retcon.
All right, well, you guys got anything else? If not, I'll go ahead and close this
Just more
one out.
slap ass.
All right.
God, you guys wasted a lot of time. I loved it.